going before I forget. Cows, did the gold work? Ignore if the bot says it didn't, because it probably did. Is that Mocha yelling? It probably would be at this point. Him screaming at the top of the stairs like, can you shut up? I am trying to work. Would not be surprised. Hello, Squirter. Hey, welcome in. How was the rest of your stream? I think you just went real life again, right? I think. I still have you up. Don't you worry. I'll be there to bonk anyone ahead if I need to. Hello, Gal. Hi, welcome in. Thank you for checking in. Hello, Red. Hi, welcome in. Hope you are both doing well. Gal, you caught a Clefairy. We like a good fairy. My Twitch says unstable because this is my bitrate's too high. I don't know why my streaming software is going from the bitrate I set it at and going above on its own. Okay, it's back to excellent, but I'm not sure why it keeps going up on its own. Not sure. I think it does that normally, but I don't watch it, so I don't know. As hangry is just a solidified fart, does that mean his claim to first is invalid? No, I still think a solidified fart is, you know, eligible to get first. So, Tom, you may have to take that up with him. You have to argue. I'm Allie. Hello, Allie. Allie, I'm sorry for making you do yoga you didn't want to do today. I'm so sorry. Hi, Primarina. Hi, welcome in. Thank you for checking in. Hello, Red Wolf. Hi, welcome in. Red, how was the rest of your stream? I missed the end because I left to go have lunch and shower, so I didn't get to see the end. I'm really sorry. Again, thank you for the mod love. Mods, enjoy your love and kisses. Hello, Darina. It is 400,000 degrees. Darina, I put this on because it was pink, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, I don't know if I'm regretting my choice to put this on yet, but if it helps, there is nothing else underneath because I have terrible heat management. I'm just always warm and disgusting, Darina, you know, just always melting. Also, hello, Rustabit. Hi, welcome in. Just saying hi, back to working. Probably gonna be working through the night. Rustabit, how dare they make you work so hard? You're supposed to be hanging out with us and streaming for me. Rustabit, I appreciate being here. Hello, Stitchy. Good morning, Stitchy. How did you sleep? David, thank you for that fart earlier. I apologize. I screamed at you, but I didn't actually. Oh, no, I did say thank you, but I still screamed at you. Thank you for that, David. You smell amazing. Hello, Dorina. Hi, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. I have such a right to troll Rick as you. You can all troll me. It's okay. I deserve it at this point. Ludo, thank you for the 45 stream streak. Ludo, not that I'm outing you or anything, because I know that you're always here, but the fact that Twitch keeps trying to take that away from you and is like, oh, make sure you watch the VOD now to protect your streak or something, even though I'm literally talking to Ludo all stream. Also, thank you for the resub too. I appreciate you, Ludo. Enjoy your ad previewing as well as your Stanley's emojis. Look back when you wore nice clothes like Oodies and actually played games. What are games, Hangry? I've never heard of such a thing. Hangry also says this, like when I first met Hangry, he used to stream him playing video games. And when he streamed, you know, up until the end of his streaming career, because he got cancelled, he was just working out in the gym and never played a game again, you know? You have pink skin. Okay, that's allowed, I think. Is it allowed? I don't know. I assumed it was, and I used that as my excuse before, but I was told I couldn't use that. Red Bull, thank you for checking in. I appreciate you. Ali, thank you for checking in. Ali, I'm going to ask you later what you played, because the fact that I literally never get to see the start of your, the start of the game part of your stream, so I never get to see Ali actually play games. I've never actually seen Ali play a game. Just do yoga, you know. Doesn't count. Wow. Yeah, why do I have a hoodie? Dorita, I was looking for something pink that I hadn't worn recently. There wasn't that much choice, so this ended up being it, you know. Do you want to die, honey? Dorita's like, do you have a death wish? At this point, I think I do, but I do have my air conditioning on low. Is that how that works? I always want to say high as in it's running, but high just means the temperature's higher. It's lower, it's cooler, is what I'm trying to say. Hello, Stitchy. Stop showering during people's streams. Shower in your own time, thanks. Tom, I should go live and then go shower, right? I'm not interrupting your streams, just my own. A sweater in summer is wild. You better be shortless and fan on turbo Power Ranger setting. I do like the Power Ranger setting. I do have the fan on. It's on white noise, so you can't hear it, but it actually blows quite intensely. And I am also wearing my gym shorts. I always wear my gym shorts when I stream. I literally put these on for stream because they are short and thin and they keep me cool. Twice now, hours after stream, it says you missed Rick's stream. Watch a VOD or a clip to make it up. Like, how rude. Right. I got the same issue yesterday in Tom's stream. I was in Tom's stream talking to Tom. After he raided out, I got the notification on Twitch and it was like, make sure you watch Tom's VOD, save your streak. And I'm like, I'm literally a mod there. I'm literally like in every stream. I might be late to the stream sometimes. Like, Tom might go live at 10 and I don't realize and I show up at half 10, right? You miss Coral Island, Hangry streams. I miss when Hangry did anything other than fart on us, Hi, Gail. Hi, welcome in. How are you doing? Are you taking care of yourself? Are you at home? Back on talking to your crush who's giving me mixed signals. Dorina, mixed signals is never a fun time. You know what happens at, traffic lights with mixed signals? People just crash into each other. No one has a good time. So, either cut the brake lights or just go. Hi Shan, how you welcome in? Thank you for checking in. I appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. Sorry, I'm fidgeting in my chair again. Tech Junkie, hello. Hi, welcome in. Thank you for checking in. Your hair looks good. Thank you, Javida. I grew it myself. I also cut it myself on Monday. Air conditioner is on high. Yes, it's on high spin, low temperature. I never know what the correct way is to say my air conditioner is set at a very cold temperature quickly, You slept really good, by the way. How are you? I'm glad that you slept well. Stitchy, I know that you said you were like really tired, so I completely understand. I would have conked out too. I was up early. I didn't sleep the best, but I woke up like I was hit by a truck. Camera, now I look like I was hit by a truck. Thank you for that. But that's just because I keep upping my gym stuff. So every single time I wake up in the morning, my muscles just feel like someone hit me with something really hard, It is what it is, But, no pain, no gain, right? For the last like 4 years, it's been short in a tank every day. And less than that, especially when you're at home. Ludo, if you're not on stream, you don't have to wear anything below the belt, right? But then if you're just not streaming, you're just wearing nothing, right? Just keeping cool. Started posting 3 clips a day as of today, so no excuse, Rick. You know what, Tom? If you're being accountable, I guess I'm gonna have to be accountable too. I guess I'm gonna have to. I don't know if you'll remember, he's the one who said he just wanted to be friends. Then he's grabbing you in the ear because he asked if he could give you a ride home, and you did, and the whole time he was touching you on the shoulder. Flirtatious. Dorina, was this the one from church? Dorina, I remember we had a conversation. There was someone that you were speaking to, and they were kind of flirtatious, and you hung out at church, right? You drove them home, right? Him, okay, yeah, see, I remember this person. I didn't know if there was anyone else, but I remember this one. They're giving you mixed signals still. They're not interested, or they are, and then they just disappear. You're home, you've got food in the oven, relaxing before work. Work, gross. Yeah, when do you leave for work? And how's the food looking? Hello, 2D Doug. Hi, welcome in. Thank you for checking in. I appreciate you. Tom says, stop talking to him. Sometimes Tom does have pretty decent logic. I don't know, Dorina. I myself would just be like, I'm wasting my time here, maybe. Your room changes too much. I can't handle it. Dorina, I changed the lighting around, so now just the room looks different again. Well, not today, but the other day, yeah. That junkie, you caused a belly bolt. That's the cute one. I know this one. Right now, just shorts and shocks. Shorts and shocks is always good. I'm also wearing shorts and shocks, but also this thing right here. You're literally a political activist organizing group together, so we see each other every week, multiple times. You stop being alone with him because he starts being flirty, touching your bag. And Courtney's always complimenting me. Like today, he said, I was an angel down from the heaven. It was too much. Maybe because he's only doing it when you're alone is because he's just kind of, that's him just passing the time. There's no one around kind of thing. So he's just being silly and having fun. But then if you like called him out on it, he'd be like, well, I'm just having fun, You'd maybe call him out, maybe find out. Dorina's picking up guys from church, yes. Hello, Shoko. Hey, welcome in. How are you doing? They want the bouquet, but want to do it in a godly way. They do, exactly. Tech Junkie, your intuition is sharper than a chef's knife right now. We like a good intuition and a chef knife for cooking things with, because I love food, me. Hello, Mocha. Hi, welcome in. Thank you for checking in. How are the meetings? How are the pugs? You leave for work about 6 p.m., so about 5 my time. Oh, perfect. So literally as I end. That's very convenient. I like that. I can work with this. You want to give that boot... Dorina's like, I mean... I could call him out and be like, I'm not interested, but... Mocha, thank you for that font. In front of a senator, he talks about your hourglass figure. Okay, so what I'm hearing is down bad. He's just giving you mixed signals. Maybe just call out. Maybe just ask him directly. Maybe just like, tell me what you want right now. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Wanna, you know? He flirts with people around too. He might be interested then. Just next time you see him, just like stand in front of him and just scream at his face. It's like, what you want from me, huh? You know? Call him out next time and in front of someone else. Yeah, I mean, just see what he says. Because if he changes his mind because someone else is there, you know. Shocker, your fortune says a change of scenery. We'll do wonderies. A change of sceneries will do wonderies for your mental health. That's me wearing my grippy socks. I'm on my way. I'm also going somewhere else. Wonderies. Love that. Shan, thank you for the 15 stream streak. I appreciate you. Hello, Calm. Hi, welcome, and thank you for checking in. Mocha, thank you for that delicious fart. Smells exactly like cabbage. Hate to interrupt. We go to order Chinese for dinner. Oh, this is game night. Oh, it is Wednesday, isn't it? It's Wednesday. I forgot that. Oh, I'm literally wearing pink because it's Wednesday. Yeah, I didn't realize why I'm wearing pink. I just knew I had to wear pink. Either way, should I just really sexy for the pool party tomorrow? It's a pool party. Of course. Right? What else are you gonna do? It's like the opportune time to be wearing something sexy, right? Mm-hmm. A senator. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. We need to know the backstory on the senator thing too. Hello, Calm. How are you doing? How was your fan? Did you sleep well? And for church, yes, the same outfit at church too. Majority of the church people don't know that you're polyamorous. So do you think that they would agree? Not that we care about other people's opinions, right? Not that we actually care, but do you think they would care? You know, wonderies, yes. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I just make up words. It's my Skittles. It happens. My Little Soda Pop. This is a great song, but it's overplayed thanks to Wolf Dad. You've cabbage in the oven right now. Don't say that. Have you checked on it recently? Is it okay? How long has it been in there? You had foods? What are you eating? Can I have some? Am I allowed some? Is there a question chat? Is it still there? It's probably gone into... No, I see it. It popped up. Okay, good. You have your tiny shorts. Everyone should be wearing tiny shorts. It's literally summer right now. And even in winter. Ludo and I both wear tiny shorts even in winter. Basically, Rick wants the tea on your church. I do. Yes, not like drink tea, but just the gossip, right? I need to know who the church gossip is and everything that they tell you. Because I just need a drip feed of their information and gossip. I feel like they want to care because they really want people to live the rest of their life, but I just feel like they were judged because you were married and have 2 kids, so they just want to be able to understand it, you know? Maybe you could be the reasonable middle ground that opens the door for them so that they can understand it, but from someone that they already know and care about, you know? Ludo doesn't wear anything below the... Yeah, no. When Ludo stands up, the camera has this magical ability that when he stands up, it just applies like a blurred filter so that you cannot see the genitals. It's really smart, honestly. Rothy, thank you for the lurk, the working, and the twerking. I appreciate you. Hope you're doing well, Rothy. Hope work is going good. It bakes for 2 hours. Oh, how long has it been? 2 hours for a cabbage. What do it's gonna be like? You have to tell me. Polyamorous, polyamorous people judge. I think that's a sure, right? And don't understand the fact that you have 2 kids and a husband. Their brain gets melted and they don't know how to act around you. That's just because people just don't understand anything that isn't them. So they're just like, you know, their brain starts farting and they look at you like you just ran over their cat or something, right? Their problem, not yours. Can you stop ruining my drink? An hour and a half. Okay. You got to get pictures for me, please and thank you. You slept godly last night. Took a while to get used to the buzzing, whirring fan. But not laying in a pool of your own sweat helps, yes, for sure. Karma, I get that, I understand, because growing up, I didn't have like a ceiling fan. That wasn't something I grew up with. But now living here, it's the norm for main bedrooms, most bedrooms to have a ceiling fan in. This one doesn't. It's just a light in here. It would be nice if they had them in every room. But there's only 2 fans in our house. One's in the main room, one's in the living room. But it does make a small like hum that I don't really hear now, but it is there. Hello? Who's that? Harry? That's Harry. Hi, Harry. Hi, welcome in. was like, excuse me, who is that? Hi, Harry. Hi, welcome in. How was the rest of Come a Chameleon? Wait, that's not it. That's the song. Mecha Chameleon, right? That's it. That's the one. Did you win? I asked like I wasn't there until literally the end. But how was it? Hi, welcome in. Sorry, I'm just catching up with the chat, but welcome in, Raiders. How are we doing? Harry, tell me everything right now. I will get you in a very brief moment. I just don't remember where oh, the sweat. Yeah. Ceiling fans, nice for dealing with the sweat things, right? Chips and cheese with a curry sauce. Stitchy, that's so Scottish of you. Curry sauce. We bricked up and saw that you were live. It was almost like the energy was there, right? I went live and just you became bricked up. It happens. If it doesn't, you know, there's a problem. But I appreciate you. Harry, thank you so much for the raid. If you need to de-stream, I know it's probably getting pretty late for you, right? If you need to go walk your dog or get some water or do something, feel free to. We are just going to be gossiping and chatting before eventually maybe getting some like Reddit stuff and bullying people because, you know, we can. You summoned us. I did. I put up a little flag and just started waving it and just hoped you'd see, right? Totally fine with just the super hardcore flirting and holding hands and making out here and there. Spencer said the last time they want to be friends. Every single time you talk to them, they need to stop touching your... They need to stop touching your ear like that if they just want to be friends. You're like, no, that's my weak spot. Stop touching. Dorina, maybe you should just like make it clear. It's like, look, if you don't want anything, just make it clear. But if you do want something more, just tell me, you know? Because otherwise they might just not get the message and just, that's it. That's all it'll ever be, you know? Hello, Sidious. Yeah, it says vegan on it. I just needed more reasons for people just to dislike me and try and cancel me. So, I don't know, maybe next stream, I'm just going to have like a fully naked man on here doing extremely explicit things. Just so people could be mad about it, you know? Hi, Sidious. Hi, welcome in. Where did you get a loaf of bread? Apologize for giving everyone that mental image. No, it's okay, Karma. I enjoyed that one. Continue. When he stands up, he's a muscle daddy. Ludo literally has that muscle tank. He does, yeah. We stopped by a film set today. They were filming at the local harbor and there was no restrictions. We literally just walked right up to like 50 feet away in the camera and nobody batted an eye. Do you know what they were filming? I need like a filter on my drink so that the ice cubes don't keep like washing into my mouth because I'm trying to sip my drink and then I just choke on an ice cube. It's amazing at a TikTok you got an idea from, but we shall see. Gail, the concept of taking like TikTok videos and trying to replicate it, I bet that would be really funny to see. Post it on the Reddit when you're done, right? So we can review it. Sometimes it's a ring. Once Pride Month is over, you're all like, ooh, polyamorous people, shoo, right? See, look, it's just like everyone's just like, you're not one of us, which means you can't sit with us. Mean Girls reference, right? But for the rest of us, it's just Pride Month for the rest of the year, isn't it? You know. Okay, I caught up with the raid. Hello, Harry. I'm so sorry. I'm here. Hi, Harry. Hi, JP. Hi, welcome in. How are the games? Did you win? Did you win? I haven't played that game before. I've seen people play it. I don't know if I'd be good at it because you have to just paint yourself really quickly. And I feel like, yeah, no, I would get distracted and never find a hiding spot. That is bejeweled, not clothes. It's an accessory, not clothing, right? Good-looking person who's polyamorous and actually understands the fact they want love in a relationship too, or just someone to get out of the house with and wants to hold hands and to have fun. Dorina, hold up a sign when you see them. Just like get them, like, you know, if they want it, come get it, you know? Playing all of my songs, Rick. Dorina, this is my DJ, and they know what we want. Sometimes they play some really weird things, but normally it's okay, right? Normally. Hello, Cozy. Hi, welcome in. Sorry, I am catching up with the chat. I'm a little bit far behind because I get distracted. Just catch up with the chat as if this isn't a permanent state of existence for Rick. Gail, nobody reading that message that you probably sent 10 minutes ago of me roasting myself of being behind on the chat, you then saying that, yeah, love that. As I also just said that I was behind on the chat. I was like, by the time he reads this, he'll still be far behind on the chat, and then he'll mention that he's far behind on the chat. I'm kicking my feet, sis. Do you want to make up with a lot of the boys and girls and MB pals? It's just anyone who's down, Dorita. Exactly. Cozy, thank you for checking in. I appreciate you. There was a bug in the chat like an hour ago. I'm so sorry. Cozy, you caught a shell gun. Congratulations. Oh, there's Sid. Hi, Sid. Sid, are you still here? I said hi to you like an hour ago. Said hello. Your fortune says Azrium's here. Hi, Azri. Hi, sweetie pie. Hi, welcome in. How are you doing? Azri, what coffee have you got? A cat or cat-like person will show you a moment of affection. That's Z. He's going to rub his head on you. One of his heads, anyway. So thank you for the three streams to wake up. We see to speak and hear us. Wait. Come and take that position. Okay, Harry, please do. Take the position. You'll be in the background. You're more than welcome to hang out in the background if you want. I'm sure you could find a good hiding spot. Someone might see you, but you can hide for a minute. Also, Cozy, thank you for the 3 streams to wake up. Appreciate you tweaking on us. So you're tweaking with Sid. You and Sid are holding hands and running in front of the camera. I see you, but no one else can. What I figured out is that the film, from like 5 minutes on set, someone gets dragged across a boat. US Coast Guard is somehow involved. I know what you did last summer. I don't know. I'm just thinking of a horror movie that happens on boats and near the ocean. It's always, I know what you did last summer. Hello, Evil King. Hi, welcome in. No, you. Hi, handsome. How are you? Look, I'm catching up, right? I derailed chat with paragraphs is fine. It's okay, Sabrina. I can read pretty fast. It's just when I read and then I give my like spiel, that's when I get sidetracked because I end up talking about something completely irrelevant to the original message, you know? The double roast, too good. We do like a good spit roast. It happens. It really does. Wild and correct. Yes, we like wild and both correct. No, wait. Do we care about correct? Just wild. No coffee yet, you'll get one on your way to work. You're filling an extra caramel ice latte. Asri, I know that you don't share, and I know you will get me one. I will just Venmo you the money, and then you can pick one up. How's that? Unless you also say no to that, and then I'm just screwed. DM you exactly what I'm going to say, and it's going to be like insanely sexy. Let me rub my knees together when I read that. And I'm fine with whatever you want. If you just want to be super flirtatious, friends do help, or who help each other. Be a good wingman. That's perfectly fine with you. You can tell me how good looking I am all the time. Do you want any friends of benefits who are having a good old time together? Just want to kiss. And every once in a while, hold hands. Yeah, and make up your mind. You should just say all of what you just said, or just screenshot all your message in chat and send it to them. And they're like, look, the gays on the internet said you should just tell me how you feel. And then they're going to have to answer. You know, they're going to have to do it. You're good. I'm glad to hear it, Evil King. I'm also good because I just got up in the chat. I'm so proud of myself. I did it. You're welcome, everyone. Harry, Raiders, I'm so sorry. If you need to de-stream, leave. Get out of here. Go wash your ass. Just go take care of yourself. I'm going to sip my drink because my ice cubes are nearly melted. It's funny, I complain about my ice cubes, and then I complain when they're melted. I just want to sip. Gift medal. It's funny how I see the medal, but my camera froze. You see that? Just me, like, perfectly still. Thank you for the medal. Oh, and the head pats. Thank you for the head pats, too. I'm warm, so I need the cold drink, okay? It will make me need to pee, though, so I'm just going to squeeze real tight. The new trailer for The Odyssey dropped today. They finally showed up Lolita and Elliot Page. Should I be watching this sometime? When is the movie out? Did you tell me? And it all helps you. Yes, Dorina, we helped you, but also don't blame us if something doesn't work out. I'm made for Rick catching up with the chat. I'll wear it with pride, like right here. No, wait, on this side. I want it on this side. For whatever reason. I just won't bump into it as much. Cool, by the way, what are you and Mocha doing in August? Do you have any time where you're going to be like super busy? August, I don't know. We never have plans, Dorina. We never do anything aside from October. Is it October? Gandhi, Gandhi's not even here. Gandhi confirmed our booking for the Airbnb. I think it's October. It's sometime in October. Because it's TexasCon instead of TwitchCon. That one's confirmed. But that's literally the only plan I have this year. Like the only plan I've made this year. Driving across the country, so you're trying to figure out exactly when would be a good time to maybe be able to visit you. DM because I will talk to you and find out what area you live in. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, no, feel free to send me a message. We can work something out. July 17th, so 2 weeks on Friday. Okay, Shaka, I appreciate letting me know. I won't remember, but I'm sure you remind me closer to time that the movie's out. You know, I'm a lurk a bit. Of course, Harry, please go take care of yourself. And thank you again for the raid. You're far too kind, but go take care of yourself. Go de-stream, go relax. What's up about squeezing it tightly? Oh, right in front of my salad. Yeah, Uncle, I was saying, you know, when you're like, you drink too much in a short period of time and then you desperately need to pee, Thank you, Gail. And then you need to pee. So then you kind of just squeeze tightly and hope for the best. I still got the ice cubes. Thank you, Gail. Gail, please hydrate yourself with your cabbage soup or something right now. Hello, Uncle. Hi, welcome in. Ghost Kitty, thank you for checking in. Welcome in. How are you doing, Ghost Kitty? Ghost Kitty, you have 101 silver rickles. So if you'd like to do, come on, golden, to turn 100 of them silver rickles into a gold one, you're more than welcome to. Because if you don't, you check in tomorrow and I see it again, I'm going to repeat myself. And then I'm going to have to punish you. What are you doing for your birthday? Oh, right. Abandoning for Texas. Cows, you can come too. You can just show up, you know. I feel like there would be no complaints whatsoever. Also, a happy gay wrath month. Yes, that's just us having wrath, right? Because it's ended. Not anyone else's deal. You know, they get nothing. It's just us continuing it for another month. October Texas Con. Yes, I remember the month, but not the date. I have no clue. I'm terrible with numbers and Ghost Kitty's like, look. It's like I refuse to answer your question. My angel, hi, welcome in. How are you doing? Happy hump day. That is today. Yes, happy hump day. Hope you're doing well. Gail, did you drink? Enjoy your ice cube a deep throat. Yeah, they're pretty much melted at this point. Even if I choked them, they'll be gone. Wait, what? I did not make cabbage soup? Well, if it's in the oven for 2 hours, it could reduce all the way down to just a liquidy soup. Imagine if it does. You'd have to drink that. As we thank you for checking in, I appreciate you also. So what amazingly terrible subreddits are we browsing today? Shocker, I'm open to everybody's amazingly terrible subreddit suggestions because Hangry was the one who suggested the vegan sandwiches and that one was wild because most of them looked awful. And then obviously we did the cakes and then the bad cakes. What else did we do? Oh, the pizzas. We did the pizzas too. It's just beef, Ludo. Now, why would I look at beef? Just beef. Even if I typed in beef, it would just be people fighting, wouldn't it? Because beef is used in many ways. I shouldn't be hiding in a hotel room at Texas Con. No, Hangry. We all chipped in to get an Airbnb. Yeah. So it's gonna be fun, Hangry. It's gonna be chaos. And I said to Wolf Dad that he has to debut his return to streaming if here he is. There he is. I speak and he shall appear. Okay. He just shows up. He just Hello. Hi, Wolf Dad. We were not talking about you. Hello, Wolf Dad. Hi, welcome in. Thank you for the biddies. I ignored everything that you just said. I'm glad you really like my buttons. Because we're in really cute buttons. American Faith 250, the constant branded word shit. You keep saying, my mum order? Wait, your mother is ordering it? Is she throwing a party at hers? Send your picture or it'll be done in 15 minutes. Gail, I have to see this, please and thank you. Talk about Gay Wrath Month, but some things did in fact get you angry. Nothing big, just small things all at once. You know, Uncle, they always say, like, don't sweat the small things, and then it's just us looking at small things, like, that's really irritating. Thank you. You know, it happens. Luda just wants to one-up Hangry. It's okay, you can both one-up each other. Have you by any chance seen Kay's cooking? I feel like that'd be right up your alley. Who is Kay, and what are they cooking? Actually, my sister, one of my sisters is called Kay. Is it her? Not that you would know what my sister looks like, but is it her? Prison food from around the world? That could actually be... Wait, Stitchy, prison food or school cafeteria food, right? Because they're pretty much the same thing, right? Is this all going to work out for you? Wow, Hangry, you can just shout gaped into the chat. What do you want? Hello, Nico. Speaking of gaped, hello, Nico. Hi, welcome in. How are you doing? Also, Wolf Dad, thank you for checking in. Nico, thank you for the pulse check. I am sitting up. I'm going to fidget. I'm actually going to cross my legs. Why the pause when there was no comma? I saw that too, Ludo, because I scrolled down to see what it was saying, and then it just randomly stopped. Maybe he was breathing. Been in meetings, dying on the inside. That's what you get for having meetings. Or something. How are they? Reddit Quentin Tarantino to piss off Tom / sarcasm. I think it would just piss everybody off. Excuse me? Oh, what did I just hear? You heard what you wanted to hear, Rust, a bit. Exposing yourself? What are you about to say? There aren't any. Wolf Dad, I was about to say that Gandhi confirmed our booking for TwitchCon and we're all staying in an Airbnb. And I said, this is Wolf Dad going to be debuting his return to streaming because he's going to have to stream for us whilst we are there, right? Woohoo. Yeah, woohoo. Exactly. I couldn't remember the dates though. I was just like, it's sometime in October. Wolf Dad and Nico just showed up, or we didn't come from the same place, promise. Yeah. Nico, I love that you talk about yourself in third person. Nico, it's fine. It's fine. You can send me the videos of what you just did after stream if you want. Might actually have some suggestions, but I don't know what the qualifications of what kind of subreddit you want. So, Uncle, we've done a lot of food ones because we like to judge people's terrible attempts at cooking and then they post them. So last time we'd done the Reddits, we had done a pizza one. So a lot of the pizzas that came up were just really burnt pizzas or just really weird toppings on pizzas. And then funnily enough, there was a few that apparently were like Brazilian ones, and it was like a 7-foot long pizza with about 10 different toppings on, which was really actually interesting to see. You're ordering groceries for your brother on the Walmart app and saw star-shaped nuggets. Star-shaped nuggets? Like chicken nuggets? I love that it's not like they didn't change the machines in the factories that make chicken nuggets. They already had star ones being made. They just put them in a separate packaging so that they could sell them as event ones, right? And then probably charge more money for them. But those same star nuggets are just sold as children's ones, aren't they? The wipes the suspicious liquid from the corners of your mouth. Wolf Dad, don't be silly. They are not on your mouth. They are in your beard at lunchtime. Again, Mama's not even throwing a party. She just wants it. She's going to have a me party. Love that for her. She's not even going to invite you over. She's just going to like throw a rager on her own. Love that. Wolf Dad, thank you for the 125 streams to week. I'm Pauline Shuchi's tweaking here. Kate's Cooking's a YouTube channel of horrendous food. Send it to me right now. I mean, I won't look at it right now, but send it to me so I don't forget. Please and thank you. Not seen under the emote was Wolf's. Oh, wait. Not seen under the emote was Wolf's Dad. Nika, what do those words mean together? The problem is with a bunch of small things at once, it can turn into a thing. Yes, it builds up, doesn't it? Like you just get piled on with, and then you just get swamped by emotions or things. I don't have emotions, I know. Or hospital food. Okay, maybe we have 3 that we could alternate between. Prison food, hospital food, and then cafeteria, school cafeteria food. Because if we look at all 3 of them, they're really just going to look the same, aren't they? Because they're all just going to be on little plastic trays that you can't do any damage with, right? And the food's just going to be mushy and beige. Beige? Beige. 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 Return to streaming. We're doing an IRL stream. You're in charge of it. I have an IRL stream set up, Wolf Dad. If you would stream, I could bring it for you. There is a... It's not going to be there anymore. Never mind. Very art subreddits for reasons. Wolf Dad, I am live on the Red Place. I would not be able to look at anything that would be anywhere in the furry stuff or even in anything that would be custom content because that stuff is never going to be safe for work. None of the subreddits I do or suggest are about food. I mean, if they're interesting, you can still send them to me and I could always look at them after too if you want. Hello, Power. Hi, welcome in. Power, how's your nose? Don't clock me, Brickles. I can't wait to clock you on your suspicious mocha liquid. We'll see after you leave your bedroom at Texas Con. Wow. Not the suspicious mocha liquid. It's coffee. It's mocha. Hey, I'll have to report. You went to the doctor today, and he looked inside your nose and said, it's beautiful in here. I wish my whole doctor did that. You know, sometimes you just need the the subtle compliments, right? You know, it's like, oh, it's so beautiful in this hole. The other ones, no. This one, Power, I'm assuming you've been taking really good care of your nose holes. Volunteers to be the doctor, yeah. I used this emote, then I said not seen under this emote was Wolf Dad. Oh, underneath, because, oh, okay, gotcha. It was under the desk, and when this emote was being filmed, I see, okay. That went straight over my head because I was literally thinking you talk about the message underneath yours, and I was like, I didn't see Wolf Dad. Nico, I'm sorry, I have streamer brain, but I appreciate being here. Gail, you sent me one. Thank you. I appreciate that. Has it been 15 minutes yet? Do you need to check your cabbage? Actually, I'm having a salad right now, so at least there's that as far as food. I don't think any of the subreddits I follow are about food. I actually don't follow any either. I literally go into incognito mode just to load up Reddit, just so I can go find a subreddit so that it doesn't spam my normal Reddit account. Because I as much as I like Reddit, I thoroughly dislike that if you look at one thing for more than 3 seconds, the whole feed changed to that kind of subreddit, you know? Like, I won't be interested, but I might be scrolling, because I am in a lot of gaming ones, right? And then an obscure game that I don't care about might be on the screen for a few seconds, and I'll stop scrolling to read the description maybe, and then carry on. And then every other post will be from that same subreddit, because they're like, you stopped for 3 seconds, you must be interested. It's like, no, it just caught my interest. I'm not interested though. You know, actually, after seeing, I don't care, you know. That's why you're so happy. Everyone would be happy with a little under-desk company, you know. So smart, so thin. Thank you for noticing. Appreciate you. Hangry, you should listen to this. Gail knows exactly what to say. New Enola Holmes film dropped today, watching it tonight. I've seen nothing on that movie aside from the fact that everyone just ridiculed her for having like French press nails. French press nails? Isn't French press a coffee? Don't click at you. Hangry, I need to click at you. If I don't click at you, you won't turn around. I know that you're looking at your butthole in the mirror. Yes, it is. French press is the coffee. What are the nails? Is it just press nails? That doesn't sound right. It sounds like there should be another word in front of it. I really enjoyed getting to catch a Gale stream, Rick. Thank you for taking me there. Yes, I had met Gale in Sev's streams, I think. And then Gale raided into us last week after playing the My Nightmare Cafe, My Little Nightmare Cafe, My Little Cafe Nightmare, whichever way it was. So I was like, look, I have an excuse to raid back. French tip. That might make more sense, right? So French was in there somewhere. I wasn't that far off, right? I knew something. It's the little things, you know, and we like the little things. I mean, maybe I'll go to the dots so they can look at my nose and compliment me too. The Reddit is all the games that you play in porn. Sidious, does any of them coincide with each other? Or is it two separate, like, complete different genres? Most I follow are about queerness or some specific musician that you like. There's some interesting Reddits. The Pophead, the Internet Funeral. It's not about actual funerals. And related to the previous one, the YouTube funeral. What would that be in relation to? Like just things that are failures or things that are you miss because they're nostalgic and they've been cancelled or something? Maybe. Don't care about that because you never look at your feed ever. I should go to specific subreddits. Look for specific stuff. Gotcha. Maybe that's where I go wrong because I'll load up Reddit on my phone. I'll just scroll to see what comes up. And then it will just change constantly, you know. So dumb, so fat. Wow, Hankry. Wow, at me next time. Press on. French tip. French tip. That French tip. I don't know anything about nails or makeup or anything like that, but I just remember seeing people complain about it, and there was the French word in it, okay? Lots of people complained about Millie Bobby Brown was wearing a wristwatch on set, not during a take for a film in the 1800s. But didn't they have Starbucks coffee cup in Game of Thrones? I'm okay with this. I'm perfectly fine with this. Break the immersion, I don't mind. It's funny to me. You're gonna make you blush? That's the plan. Yes, it does. Sid agrees with me, thank you. Oh yeah, I'm getting your steps in, Commander with the vibrator on, being cute and stuff, or you're being clicked at by some wannabe on the internet. Hankry, every single time I summon you, if I need to ask your opinion on something, which I don't care for your opinion, but if I need to, I know if I click, your ears will like perk up, right? My ears do it too. Like I can't help it. I can't control it. Like my ears, like I feel them moving. She doesn't really do it when I have my headphones in. But if I hear something like behind me, my ears like move like a dog or something. So I assume if I click, it'll do it for Hangry too. Give you more than the tip, Wow Wolf said. At least let Gale get his shots first and then chase him. Just not before, because, you know, he's too innocent for that. Best way you could describe the internet funeral is kind of surrealist art, but also kind of meme, but also kind of nostalgia. To be honest, I don't really fully understand what it is. Be like scrolling through there. It's interesting. Oh, okay. You know what? They're normally there for a reason. Usually pretty obscure, right? Whatever the title is, it's just obscure anyway. And then people just post crap that seems to work. I clicked on one that was millennial one, and it was just memes of people who are millennial and complain about stuff. So, So I can't hear you over the buzz. Gosh, yeah. Hangry, is this one of those wireless ones that someone has an app on their phone, they're pressing it? Is it Cows? I could imagine Cows would be sitting there like grinning at his phone as he's pressing his button, knowing that you're stepping. Can't turn into a little werewolf. That is true. That is true. I feel like Gale would make a very cute little werewolf. And the YouTube funeral is like that, but for videos specifically. I could imagine it might be like, do you remember this video? And it's like a specific video that everyone loved 10 years ago, but everyone forgot, right? It's the funeral for because they forgot, but it did happen one time. Yeah. He's got a repetitive straight injury from it, as he should. It's a carpal tunnel in the thumb. It has to be a hybrid then. You already have vampire fangs. This is possible though. I've heard like fanfics of stuff like this, the combination. Now, if I was in the Twilight universe, as much as I like how charming, everybody was, I mean, and I say everyone, like the majority of people were pretty charming, I feel like I would want to be a vampire. Jake was cute, but I just, there was that one scene that every time I watch it, it gets so cringy and I hate it. It makes me want to like gouge my eyes out. You know, when they, right after Renesmee's born, Nessie, and Jacob freaks out and he's in his wolf form and then goes down to the logging site, right? And all of the other werewolves are there looking at each other and they're telepathically shouting at each other and they have this weird audio effect. And I was like, please kill me now. Like, it's the most cringiest bullshit I've seen in my life. And that's the Twilight anyway. Like, the whole thing is cringy. That one scene, I wish they would just pretend it didn't exist. Like, remove it right now. I know you're a vampire. I would love to be a vampire, but my canines aren't that pointy. They're not that pointy, though. I'm also not. I don't. Yeah, I'm human. What I'm hearing is I need to bite you. Yes, please. That TLDR. Yes. I really don't have to explain what internet funeral or YouTube funeral actually are about. It's just one of those things that you just have to see to understand, and you enjoy it. So that's all that really matters, right? And the Pophead one is subreddit for people who love pop music to make fun of pop music. Oh, we need one of those. It's for horror movies, and it's for Sid to go in and scream at everyone who doesn't like the Scream movies because he loves them so much. Cabage is done. Gail, take photos for us of the Cabage. Thank you. A new spin-off for the originals. Is the originals a show that I haven't seen? You say you don't need to, but I got to make sure that you're listening, Sidious. Sidious once confided in me and came out to me and said, I know that you like horror movies, but I like the Scream series. And I was like, it's okay. We can get you help. We can get through this together. And Sid will still die on this hill about how amazing the Scream movies are. It's okay. We love you for who you really are, Sidious. And thank you for those biddies. Some of the Scream movies can be enjoyable on meth, I think. Maybe. Send you your vamp of fangs. Be right back. Getting your Cabage. Thank you for the fangs. And also, yes, preemptive thank you for the Cabage photos too. You'd make Sidious scream, would you? What is he gonna be screaming at? I would let you. It's like, I'm listening. The Pophead is easier to understand. It's basically the place where people go to pretend they are pretending to be stand to. Oh, so they're faking. Well, they obviously do like the music, but they're pretending that they're diehard fans, right? Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Okay. I also want Gale photos, but not of the Cabage. Wow, not me being innocent and asking for the Cabage because they're talking about the food that they are making, and Wolf that's like, please just slide my DMs. Meant to be a circle joke version of the Pophead subreddit used to talk about pop music. I guess no, that makes sense. Uh-oh. I did like the first movie. Though, Sid, I actually was talking about it yesterday when we were doing our tier lists, was that a lot of these the original like slashers, the original horror movies, the first ones were always good, right? And then when they've done these more modern variations of or versions of, they just kind of they defeated the original purpose. You know, if anyone watched the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the one where they are on the tour bus, right? Because they want to gentrify the neighborhood, right? And then they're just all on the tour bus and they see Leatherface come on. He's got his little chainsaw and they're filming him. Like, oh my God, that's so cool. And he murders everyone. Instead of them getting off the bus, they just all just let themselves get killed. And I'm like, this isn't even funny, right? And then he didn't even double tap him at the end. And then he was alive and he drags the final girl out of the car and kills her. I'm like, this isn't even funny. Like, why is this so predictable and cliche, right? Like, please, can we just move on, make new movies? We actually need to get Rick help. Because for whatever reason, I had 15 people tell me Terrifier was the best horror movie ever made since yesterday, and they are right. I think you and those 15 people need to get your noses checked and see if they're actually perfect, or whether you are just circle jerking each other. I don't like horror is the thing, because you're a coward. That is okay too. Honestly, if you don't watch them, you would put them all in the bad rank, wouldn't you? Scream movies are good, so is correct. So chat about the awful football horror movie you maybe watched last night. Him? Yeah, no, that was a thing. That was a thing. That was a thing. That was a thing. It's just when, you know, when they like to make these movies and they're like, let's make it cerebral and it doesn't make any sense, but we just did it for the sake of it. That was that movie. Power, you can't buy me that easily. But okay, Terrifier is now an S tier movie. Thank you for the biddies. How's that? Better? Kabaj sent. Thank you, Gail. I appreciate that. Is that for did you say you're making that for now to eat, or is that for like dinner? Tell us. There's a Pokemon chat too, if anyone wants it. Ultimately, the people in the subreddit, what about the Scream movie? It says like, wait, I have to do it on this screen. Oh, I didn't do it? Sid, you don't get it. I'm sorry. You don't get the prison today, Sid. Sid, I would be in prison right now, but apparently your hot take is not hot take-ish enough. Wolf said, be thankful that these audios don't get sent through to the other channel. Guys, I appreciate you. Thank you for your biddies. Well, I guess Sid paid more money, so now the Scream movies are now in the S++ tier. Sorry, everybody else. Hey, look, this one still works. The prison didn't show up. Not that I understand why. Just enjoy. Wolf Dad, there you go. That's me. That's what you asked for, right? That is exactly what you asked for, Wolf Dad. That's exactly what you asked for. You're welcome. You guys, thank you for the biddies. You guys are ridiculous. I have to catch up in chat because you guys are ridiculous. You forgot you could do that. The fact that I added that one just for you too. Just for you. And that one. That one too. Also just for you. For free. Ultimately, people who do subreddits do in fact like pop music, but they go there to make memes and act snarky. Talk about Pop Divas as a very gay subreddit. I feel like if you can't mock yourself, right? So if you're just mocking yourself, you just can't let other people do it because you've already taken the joke away from them. I'm on the wrong side. Can you hear it? Could you hear it? I realized that that's very quiet for me. And I was on the wrong side. Love that for me. Normally the vertical, not like full screen. So I could try some, but it's mainly to meal prep. Okay, try it and let me know if it's good. Twitch, you do want to send that. The fact that Twitch is like, are you sure you want to send that? Sidious, thank you for the 1,000 biddies. I appreciate you. Are ridiculous. That would have sent me to prison, allegedly. But Twitch decided that wasn't prison worthy enough because maybe my hot take was actually not that hot of a take and I'm not getting cancelled today. So Sidious, I like I said to you, Scream 1 and 2 I enjoy because they're like the original ones. And then the more recent ones specifically. So if when they re-brought them all back again, all of the really old Botoxed people, and they're like, here we go, let's bring you back in, and you could be the parents. And for some reason, there's yet another person dressed up as Ghostface for no reason whatsoever. And they're like, yeah, we ran out of plot ideas, so it's just the neighbor because she wanted to. Like, thanks. Love that. Like, that makes any sense whatsoever. Love that. And Power, yes. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for the biddies. Yeah, I guess we love Terrifier now. And I can't be bought, apparently. When I say horror movies are bad, they're just not for you. That's okay too. It's like when I say like I don't like sports and I wouldn't play things like FIFA or maybe even like the Forza games, doesn't mean they are bad. I've just never played them to say whether they are good and whether I enjoy them, right? This just never happened because I just don't find that interesting, but they might still be good to someone like Tom. I feel like Tommy G Live would play FIFA, right? Also, then think through the 3 under 1 beneath for the thwack. Because we love seeing Shrek twerking and jiggling for us. I appreciate you guys. You guys triggered a hype train. I'm pointing as if it's here. I don't know where it is on your screen, but it's somewhere along those lines. They're not cool. They don't get to experience all the fun that we have here. No, in fairness, you were right. When I used to stream with the green one, Hangry would go over there just so he didn't have to hear all the redeems. I was like, Hangry, we're talking about you. If he doesn't want to hear them, I guess he can always escape to the Red app. But the redeems played during the stream, just not to divulge. It was perfect. The fact that they would be playing and Hangry would be typing is like, I can't hear anything. I mean, I can hear you. There's nothing else playing. So that's not you liar. It could be. That could be me painted in green. It's working like Shrek. Could be possible. Also, Power, thank you for the brain rot too. I don't know if you heard that because I could barely hear it, but they're just the cute little shorts. I was not expecting seeing Shrek in a Speedo today. You're so welcome for that. Did you like it? I liked it. There's actually another subreddit you like called Tragedy, on which people talk about the stories that are related to people being named with names that are very interestingly spelled, also names which are unfortunate implications in general. You know when people put like Kaylee and they spell it like that, right? Just because whoever with the parents were just felt like being really annoying and weird, and now that kid's just gonna get bullied their whole life. Yeah, that. So remember the story about someone who's talking about her sister wanting to name her child after their mother's maiden name, Rafferty, which is already a bit odd. But then not only that, she wanted to use a different spelling like Ray Farty. Love that. Beautiful. Hi Ray, hi Farty. You know, that's cute. Because, you know, the mother would probably just name it Ray, and then the dad would be like, I'm going to call her Farty. That's going to be her nickname, Farty. No more skanky redeems about Shred and Wicked, or Shrek. Yeah, because, you know, shredded people are skanky. Aren't they, Hangry? Praise the Lord. Yes, no more Hangry. It's time for the official taste test. Gail, would you like to just go live right now so we can watch you eat it? It seems that she managed to convince her to change the name eventually. Otherwise, the poor girl would be known as Farty Ray for the rest of her school life. That's definitely not the kind of name that you would live down. You would have that in school, then college, and then someone in your office job would find out from your Facebook or Instagram that one of your friends called you that, and now they would call it you, and then everyone calls it you. Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, Gail, show us right now. I want to see your face. I'm bored of you. Next. Hangry, I would say you could swipe, but actually, if you're on mobile, I think, no, because I don't have the vertical thing, so you technically can't swipe away. Hangry, you're stuck here with us. The door is closed. Also love this song. Love Judas. Love Lady Gaga. Before I forget, I do have a door command just for Hangry, but I also got this for Hangry. This one right here. I'm glad I set that up on my stream deck just for you. Sorry, Hangry, I'm talking to you. I had to make sure that you knew I was talking to you, because otherwise you get distracted. It's kind of like a puppy. I love this for you. I'm really proud of you, Hangry. 765 times. Look at that. You're not even loose yet. My God, stop clicking. I'm surprised you can actually hear it. Can you? Is it loud? Can you hear it? I love how Rick is a hotkey to bonk hangry. Sometimes you just have to punish people. I was gonna set one up to just like I can press it or just time out Tom. Even if he hasn't said anything, I can just press it or time out. Even if he's not even in the stream, I can press it, right? Because it's Tom, you know. Fat people have loud clicks. It is actually really loud, so it is. So I will take that. There's also someone who received an invitation for the baby shower of a baby named Hope Chernobyl. Like, that one is just poor taste. Yeah, that's it. That's pretty interesting, isn't it? Chernobyl as a baby name. Hope is bad enough. Jesus, it's like Hope, Chastity, Charity. It's like, we get it. Calm down. You think you're special, but Hope, Chernobyl. That's interesting. They probably have no idea what it is. They just heard the name one time in like passing conversation. Like, that's such a cute name. I love that. Love that. We're talking about my clicks. We should all be clicking very loudly so that Hangry can hear us. Boom, crash, bang. Yeah. That's just me falling down the stairs. Don't you worry. Which Hangry also references all the time of him throwing me down the stairs. So that, you know, it's okay. It's fine. We love you, Hangry, as much as you hate us. But Hangry, what is your favorite horror movie? Tell us, and tell me why it isn't Terrifier or Scream. Good Lord, I love to see you go down those stairs. This stream, you could have just ended it at, I'd love to see you go down. Thank you. Didn't have to include the stairs too, Hangry. Talk about names. I saw a sign for a lawyer today, and his name was, wait for it. I'm waiting. Was his name, wait for it? Minna leaves? What does that mean, Power? Like Minna or Minor? Like which one? Hello, Dr. Jam. Sorry, my brain was broken. Hi, Jam. Hi, welcome in. It must be jelly because Jam don't shake. Jam, I checked into your stream earlier. Sorry, I have to keep turning this thing back on. I checked your stream earlier, and then I went and I had my lunch. And then I had my shower, right? And the whole time in my head, I was singing, must be jelly because jam don't shake, right? And this literally your raid message. It's not like you used it in the stream, but I always see it and associate you with it. And because I was just in your stream, it was in my head. And I was sitting there like making my lunch. I was like, must be jelly because jam don't shake. And I was like, why am I singing this? Like, where did this come from? And now I feel like you're rubbing off on me. It will. So it happens. It does. But hello. Hi. How was Marvel Rivals? Did you win? Hello, Yin. Hi, Runner. Hi, welcome in. Hello, Dr. Jam. Pterodactyl, welcome in. Ray, welcome in. We were just talking about a Ray just a minute ago. Well, someone who actually wasn't called Ray, but something about farts, you know. But hello. Hi, welcome in. How are you doing? Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate you. His name was Minnow, like Minnow. But something last name leaves, and oddly enough, he was so good looking. So he was just named after a fish, or at least he sounded like he was named after a fish. And you're like, Pal's like, but he was actually really charming for a fish man. I'm proud of you. I'm glad that you got to see the fish man in person. Favorite horror movie? Maybe The Descent. Ooh, that's a good choice. First one or the second one? Maybe both. I love living in Hot Man's Heads rent-free. Literally rent-free. I don't know what it is. I don't know what you've done to me. You're just there. You're just like, you know, it's like, what's Jam doing right now? Probably, you know, opening Pokemon cards, right? That if I'm thinking about it, it's probably opening Pokemon cards, you know. But hello, everyone. Hi, welcome in. The outbreak has just started. I'm really sorry for that. It stops around the hour, which is, I guess, just now. If you need to de-stream, please do. Please go stretch your legs. Go get some water. Go open some Pokemon cards. Go order Taco Bell. Go eat burritos. Go do what you got to do. Just please take care of yourself. Go take cute selfies in pink tank tops. Just do what you want to do. We will be here for another 3 hours, so you're more than welcome to hang out with us. We will eventually go on Reddit and criticize people for ugly food submissions once we figure out which ones. I'm thinking prison food. Because it's going to look like my school dinners. So, you know. I do find people being named after virtues interesting. I was thinking too, like, is there that any that is traditionally masc names? Everyone you can think of as faith, hope, justice, prudence, or traditionally fem names. Can't think of one that's traditionally masc. You are right for that though, because they do feel Uncle, that might be like a underlying psychological thing where we associate niceties with feminine energies, right? Faith, hope, justice, prudence, and we're like, oh, these are nice things, and we immediately assume that must be a woman's name because we'd be like, men aren't nice, men are beasts, right? They couldn't be named after these things, right? How about we name this one Heathen? You know, that one over there, that's Bulldozer, you know? Mask names, right? For whatever reason. It happens. Hello, Grandma. Hi, welcome in. Are you throwing a brick at me? I appreciate that. We can be bricks together if you'd like. Maybe both. The second one was also pretty food. Yes, it was pretty food. I enjoy those. Hang on, because we talked about yesterday. I like creature feature movies. Those were literally the perfect creature features because they were out there being idiots because they're like, ooh, what would be really fun is to go into the cave system that expands literally across the whole continental US, where hundreds of however many people have gone missing, and that'd be really great for us to go do. And then they did it and they got eaten. So you're welcome. If you said something to me, I didn't hear it. Uncle, I'm so sorry. I probably did. I probably said something really important too, and I've already forgotten. Finished your cabbage and it was phenomenal. Okay, did you do a reaction video where you just do O face into the camera every single mouthful? Because that would be really hot. It's because you're so adorable. That is exactly what it is. You know, you caught me. It is. It happens. But how were the matches? Did you find them? It's true you're opening you're opening them right now. Also, hello, Rothy. Hey, welcome in. Can I eat your burrito? You can eat your... There you go. Dr. Jam has a burrito. Worth eating. Hello, Teufel. Hi, welcome in. Thank you for checking in. Teufel, how's work going today? Your financial stress is about to be replaced by financial strategy. Right, okay. Teufel's getting a promotion that allows Teufel to take 2 naps during the workday and still get paid. And then also doesn't have to deal with other people's BS. That's a win. I like that. Dr. Jam, thank you for checking in. I appreciate you. Sorry, I just hiccuped. Nobody names their boys after virtues then. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking, right? They can't be named after a virtue. There is a limp dick in the... Sorry, there is an imp dimp in the chat. Sorry, Hangry. I almost outed you there. There is a Pokemon in the chat if anybody wants it. Why is your head hairs looking reddish today? Hello, Borba. I don't know. I do have brown hair, but sometimes on stream it does look like it's almost red. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm weird. It could be that too. Rothy, thank you for the 45 stream streak. Why are we listening to the soundtrack from Cinderella Story? Hold on, DJ. Okay, My Chemical Romance. See, look, we could have started with that, couldn't we? Jesus. It's like, do you want to listen to Disney? No, My Chemical Romance, thank you. That's much better. This is much my speed. Rothy, thank you for the 45 stream streak. How is work going? There's also Grace, which I don't think of as a virtue when I hear someone's name. Grace to me definitely is just a girl's name. My brother's daughter is called Grace. I think it's like a pretty cute name, right? Grace. I know a lot of people called Grace, but the rest of them, Charity, Chastity, Hope, I don't really know anyone with those names. Maybe they're kind of out fashion again. Rothy, thank you for checking in. I appreciate you. I did not, but you would take down notes. Yes, please do. I think that could be your like extra side TikTok thing. It's just you cooking these foods and like a little tripod, you just sitting at the desk and you're eating or something, and record your reactions for it. Could be fun. Rothy, thank you for the mod love. Mods, enjoy your love and kisses. Borba, thank you for checking in. Hi, Borba. Hello, Elv. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate you. Thank you for checking in. Rothy, thank you for the licking the mods. Mods enjoy your licks. Joy as well, like Nurse Joy. Yeah. Joy is cute. I don't know if I know many people with the name Joy, though. Overworked and tired. Teufel, is it time for a nap? I like a little nap. Why are you talking about Hangry's limp dick? Because it was in the chat. The Pokemon was in the chat. Watching you, I'm extremely limp. Fear not. Thank you, Hangry. I'm glad that we could be on the same page here. Mine is, I mean, exactly, Uncle. I know what you meant. It said, oh, you're gay? Here you go. Here you go. You love this, right? Right after Pride Month? Thank you. Toyful, thank you for the hydrate. I am somehow already getting through my drink and we're only an hour in. My fault for wearing a hoodie. My fault. It's okay. I'll survive, I think. One of your supervisors is named Hope. Are they hopeful or are they one of those people that you want to strangle? Look at nice haircut. Thank you, Elf. I appreciate you. Elf, how was the rest of your stream? How was the Digimonses? Did you make them eat all of the poops? It's kind of like Hangry. Reminds me of Hangry. He has that poop Tamagotchi thing. Haven't heard this MCR song in a while. Ted Junkie, I feel like when I have my songs on shuffle like this, I'll hear the ones that I listen to on repeat a lot, and then it will slide in one that I haven't heard in a while. I'm like, I forgot this existed. You know, it's like I like these albums. I listen to more than half of the songs in them, and I might skip over some other ones. And then they'll come up on the shuffle. I'm like, oh, right. Yeah, this one. Think about it. I don't know anyone named Joy besides Nurse Joy. Yeah, no, you're making me think. And I'm like, I don't think I know anyone with these names. Today I've been yelled at by old people because they don't hear anything over their TV, which is so loud, I can hear every syllable said too. Your brain is so fried, none were nasty, just loud. You know, Rothy, I say this a million times, but old people are the rudest and the worst. I'm just saying it. You know, if you go anywhere where it's retail, the young people that work there, polite, friendly. Young people that are customers, polite, friendly, right? As soon as you get someone who's like, I don't know, like 60 or something or above, they come in and they're like, oh my God, give me attention. If you don't serve me immediately, I want to speak to your manager. And I was like, go away. Like, what are you in a rush for? To die? Like, why can't you be polite and respectful, right? There's a million other people here. You're not special, but they're all like that. Like, I don't get it. Why are you so rude? Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. It drives me nuts. I don't know why people gotta be so rude. Be nice to people. Thank you. It's Gay Wrath Pride Month. Gay Wrath Month. Sorry, I wanted to say Pride again. I just really wanted to. Uncle, you know, you're right. I guess it is. And here I was offering to do some charity work. Who are we doing charity work for, though? And what for? Unchi Khan. He is the secret rare character. Oh shit, here we go. Wolfdad, you don't want to say old people and you respond with TTS. You don't have to out yourself like that. You don't have to out yourself. As I did say 60 plus. I did. But, you know, if the shoe fits, if it does, Wolfdad, you're more than welcome to. Wolfdad, I have no idea what was said. I heard buttons again. I'm not old, you're well seasoned. Yeah, I've seen the seasoning all over you. Wolfdad, thank you for the biddies. I appreciate you. I do. Still not putting on buttons. I'm still wearing my rage bait jumper. Thank you. A secret rare character on the Tamagotchi Angel and is a giant poo face. Yes. Hangry, this is like perfect. It's made for you, I think. Is this still, you've kept it alive? Can you kill a poop? Hello, Amlin. Hi, welcome in. Thank you for checking in. I appreciate you. Tavara, thank you for checking in too. I appreciate that. Charity. That was also, you know, a name for girls, right? Someone might use. Amlin, you'll soon solve a riddle that has been bothering you for weeks. What's the riddle? Can we help? And then we go charity. Maybe there's a drag name. Charity work. Charity. It'd have to be spelt like that, right? And she actually works with fundraisers every time. I think that would be very on the nose. It'd be great because it'd be a great drag name. But she'd also be doing something good, right? You know, I like that. The next stream will be our 100 streak Boba. 100 streams this week? Stuck in a hole. I appreciate you, Boba. Boba, what are you up to? What are you wearing right now? How many spoons have we got today? Oh my god, give me attention. I'm so special. I need your attention. Loving kisses. Damn it. I need you to wear less buttons and show more chesticles. That's what Wolfdad said. I heard the buttons, and that was it. That's all that stuck in my head. It's buttons again. Wolfdad, you can have all the attention. Thanks. Streamer. Fine. Yes, you may. Wolf said you can have attention. That was it. We're moving on. Old people are very special people. If you get a call, why don't you lower the volume on the TV so you have to yell into the phone because you can't hear yourself and me? I lose my voice, I have to yell back. That's why half the neighborhood hears me working. But it is that, right? It's the fact that they know that they can't hear unless they turn TV down. But their brain is so fried from whatever it is they did in their whole life that the concept of turning down the loud thing so they can hear the quiet thing, that doesn't make sense to them, right? They're like, why is it so loud in here? I like some charity work too. What kind of charity work? Bust a nut and come back. Wolf Dad has probably already done that. What do you mean? What do you mean? Y'all, if a break doesn't come back to stream after TexasCon, it's because I ate him. Wolf Dad is like, I'm really hungry right now. He's not coming back. I guess I'll just have to like do a farewell stream before. How's that? Dies from noise overload. Literally that. I get very overstimulated with loud noises. You missed the conversation progression, so you don't understand the context. Oh, boy, but that happens. I'm really bad. I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna nod and agree because I saw what you said, and I definitely know what's going on. You can kill the poop, and you did. Oh, of course you did. How do you do that? Just not feed it? Not take it for walks. Twiggle, hello, hi, welcome in. Thank you for checking in. I appreciate you. You got an AG slash. That's the little sword thing, right? Sword and shield one. Maybe. Look what else you work to pay for all of this jocularity. Mocha, why are you using big words for? You know most of us can't read. A secret to something is a lot of bravery. Do we have to fill in the blank or are you going to tell us? Because it's too early for crosswords for me. Okay, thesaurus, right. Jeez. Just using big words in here like we know what these things mean. I know a jubilo is a synonym of joy. So what's a jubilo? That sounds like a slur. Am I allowed to say that? You're a jubilo. Is that right? That voice sounds familiar. The TTS one, my voice, or the music playing right now? Because this is J-Lo. I just covered all bases just then. That makes sense. They do have a jubilee in English. And I've heard people named a jubiloo. Jubiloo. I'm going to call you Jubiloo. How's that? You old, explain to me why y'all old people do this to me. Why are you yelling, Papa? Why are you trying to murder my hearing too? Maybe that's what it is. My hearing is bad, so I want to make your hearing bad. So we're on the same page and then we just complain about it together. They just need someone to complain with. Enough to even maybe stream 7 Days to Die with integration later. Borba. I actually did play that one not that long ago on stream. I think that's where I first met that Ari Bullsack. He does meet the namesake. So we were playing it. I think he was playing it. He raided in. And then he was triggering all of the stuff and then zombies kept showing up at my house. It was rude, but it was funny. And then Ali kept pressing stuff and I think Ali got the most kills on me because everything that Ali would spawn would just murder me. It'd be like a dozen snakes that I couldn't aim at because they were too slippery. You know, if my hearing has to go, so does yours. Here's me without closed captioning still. If you were named after a virtue or a vice, what would you think your name would be? Patience. Because I clearly have the patience of a saint, right? Because I'm clearly the most level-headed person here, right? Everyone would definitely agree. Patience. For sure. 100%. Yeah, I'm going with it. I'm coining it now. We're going with patience because I'm very patient. Also names with an abstract concept like destiny. It's kind of virtue name adjacent. Destiny is, there are some names to me that are sweet and innocent lady that you might meet at the church. And then there are not so sweet, not so innocent lady that works the street corner. Destiny is the one on the corner, right? Over there, opposite the church, right? So she may have stumbled out a little bit later in the day, you know? I think I need a nap, so I think you need to keep me company whilst you nap. Moving you to mobile, okay, Gail. Go snuggle up, go get some sleep. I will be here nattering and shouting into your ear holes until you go deaf, just like everybody else. I don't think I would work for an actual series. It'd work for an actual serious human trying to get a job, but I always found the idea of someone being named Logic interesting. Even it would be odd for an actual person. I think if you called someone Logic, you might be setting them up for failure, right? It's like if you name someone Wise or something, because what if they actually just grow up to be the opposite and they're like, wow, that's an unfortunate name, right? Now, if you name someone Chastity or Charity, they would just make the assumption that you are that, right? Until you prove them otherwise. Now, if your name was Logic and then they saw you, I don't know, push on a pull door, they'd be like, well, yeah. Yours would be Sloth. I do like Sloth. Sloth's cute. Sloth's the animal's cute. But Sloth, Goonies also kind of fun. Sloth would be cute. So from now on, only sword licks for Mocha, Gungle, and Gandhi, because Puppy Wolf is trying to merge your ears. That's okay. If you've ever seen a Wolf Dead stream, you know that your ears are in danger of being blown out. Wolf Dead loves to scream. I mean, I'm really loud and I talk a lot, but Wolf Dead does love to scream. He is definitely a screamer. I've heard it. Walks out of the room after hearing Rick's patience BS. Wait, you don't think I'm patient, Power? Really? Look how long it took me to get to this this chat message, right? That's patience, right? I could be really impatient, just skip by everyone, I'm patient. Do I hear the whimpers and moans? I mean, Wolf Dad does it too. He's passionate. Yeah, he's passionate. He's definitely passionate. Yeah, I do miss my Wolf Dad streams, even if he hates me and won't let me watch them because he won't do them, I feel like yours would be Serenity because sometimes I overthink. So I don't know now. Oh, you're saying but sometimes. Serenity, yeah, Serenity could be it could be mostly accurate for the most part, They maybe you could go with it. You could call yourself it and it's like, yeah, just expect me to be this way. And then if it's the opposite, it's on you, right? You're giving people the benefit of the doubt, or at least they're giving it to you. If they see the other side, the not part of the name, the not living up to the name, that's on them, isn't it? Right? If your name is Charity, you're not charitable, it's probably because they fucked you over sometime, It's on them. Nobody knowing someone on Twitch with the handle Logic. But that's not their IRL name, right? That's just their Twitch name, right? Not push on a pull door. Look, sometimes the sign is there, sometimes it isn't there, There was a Pokemon chat, maybe gone. I'm looking at Licks though. She always tastes good and is such a sweetie. That is correct. Amlin reminds me of a Tootsie Roll. Dr. Jam, you managed to catch yourself a Slow King. Great Pokemon. I like that. I think you should have said dry and dull. It would have felt better. That could also be my name, right? Dry humor, dull personality. That would also work for me. Dr. Jam, the obstacle is not in the path. The obstacle is the path. Get in the boat. Yours would be more forward in all of the meanings. Oh, your name would just be forward in every meaning. Gotcha. Forward is in forward thinking, forward walking, forward falling down the stairs, right? That makes sense, yeah. In his case, his logic is broken. I see what you did there by using logic. Slowking, that's you. I think that's a great Pokemon. There are some Pokemon that people catch, and I was like, man, it's just a bird, You should go get the rest of your lunch. You definitely should. You should get some lunch, just like Gale did, and then fell asleep. Like, the cabbage was that good, Gale just fell asleep. He's probably snoring right now, like, with his face, like, on the phone, right? And he can hear me shouting at him right now. And he's just drooling on his phone, right? His face squished up. What are we doing tonight, Rothy? I think we're going to either look at horrible prison food, horrible school dinners, or horrible hospital food, because they're kind of all the same thing, aren't they? I'm not asleep yet. So, oh shit, he's still here. Gail, we were talking about mail to the Queen. It's someone else with a very similar name, who also allegedly had cabbage, and may also be napping. I heard you. You're hearing things. You're hearing what you wanted to hear. I need to know if you can eat during the stream, or should I wait until later? Oh, you can eat during. This shouldn't be disgusting looking food, but it might make you be like, oh my god, I'm eating the best food in comparison to this. Now I just live in your head rent free. No, you are right. Yeah, it's okay. You literally said you're leaving, and I'm like, let me see if Gail's okay in my head. You're hard to forget. You are. You leave a lingering smell. How's that? You farted on your way out, just like Hangry does. Forward is in blunt, forward is in touchy grabby, yeah, all of the forwards. Oh, so I'm just gonna call you forward just forward from now on, right? That's not a bad name. That could be your old name, if you want it. Wow. Gail, you did just eat cabbage. I was talking about someone else that is straightforward logic, if I'm not mistaken. How many people have logic in their name on Twitch? What do you mean? Unfollowing, blocking? You would never. What would you do with your time? You would have to find someone else to watch. Once again, forward. We like forward. We like logic, I guess. I think cute names, they could be fun. I think as long as it can be taken in different ways. Because if you set someone up for failure by giving them a certain name and they can't live up to it, then it's just embarrassing, isn't it? Unless you can rushly make tacos in 10 minutes, brackets impossible, I should go with a hummus sandwich. Hummus would actually be quite good. I do like a hummus sandwich. What else would you put in the hummus sandwich? Apparently Gaylord is a name. Uncle, the fact that I had to prove that, the fact that I had to prove that is hilarious because Gaylord is actually a location. Somewhere. I see it on the Weather Channel. It's a place where they always have the rock that just sits there in the wind. I don't know, I was saying it. I don't actually know where it is. But I find where people complain about certain hospital food, but then the same hospital food is actually good. You know from experience. What kind of hospital food were you having that you liked? You'd put froth. Your name would just be froth. That's valid. No, it makes sense. But that would be given to you after, right? Because that's what we know you for now, right? Oh my god, if I have to keep bloody approving this message every time. We used to have a theme park near me called Gaylord Opryland. Yes. It's Twitch. It is a place. It is a real word. This is not a slur. Wait, how are you allowed to say it? Imagine. Gaylord is what we call Rick in kindergarten. Yes. In fairness, there were people in school that did call me Gaylord. I took it as a compliment because you're calling me the Lord of the Gays. Like, that's a compliment. What do you mean? I can get these bitches in check? Really? Imagine. Right? That in itself is a title, right? You can't get the gay people to agree on anything, right? Gaylord is definitely a compliment. Thank you. Because broken logic doesn't fit what Rick was saying, so you didn't mention them. That's also another person. You got new hummus. So just hummus, thick slices of small cucumber, not pickled. And then maybe some microgreens. Simple, easy, tasty. Are you going to put any garbage in that, Rothy? The Lord Gay. Yeah, the Lord Gay. Howard, did you ever go to that theme park? Come, Lord. No, water, that's froth, Lord, to you. Used to mean happy. It does. Exactly. So when you say that you're gay, you're just telling people that you are happy, right? I'm glad that we've reclaimed this too. So if you're just saying to someone that you're gay, you're just like, you're just happy. You're having a great day today. By university, I was calling the Edge Lord. That's also, pretty much a compliment too. Way better than gay peasant. You had a cat named Gaylord once. Hold on. Wait. Hold on, Amlin. Reverse a little. Gay peasant, no space, both uppercase. Was that also a name of a cat? No, I just want a 2-minute sandwich without fat slices of tomato. Yeah, no, please, Rothy. No, no, Rothy. You know how I feel about those slices of tomato. There was a time when you kept calling a Gaga Lady Gay, and of course she loved it. People should call her Lady Gay because she is the lady of the gays. Opryland, I used to go all the time, so they bulldozed it down and turned it into a shopping complex called Opry Mills. Cruel. It's funny how no one really goes to these shopping things now anyway, or at least malls are less popular. If they just left it as the theme park, it would probably still be running, wouldn't it? Some of the names on the cities on the other side of the world and in the US, I do like looking at maps and just seeing names of places because I'm like, well, that's pretty fascinating. You know, just saying, I live here, and then just shouting out something that could almost sound like a slur. Yeah. Would love to work edging people. That's a dream job for you. Borba, Continue. I'm listening. I think we were talking about like names like Hope and Charity and Chastity. I think there are some names that just sound really cheesy now. But if someone turned around to me and just showed me their baby and they're like, oh, this baby's called Serendipity, I would be like, that's a beautiful name, right? They sound like the queen of a really far away land of fairies, and they're called Serendipity. I'd be like, that's adorable. Like, I love that. Like, if we're gonna use the names of things like virtues or even just emotions or feelings, can we use like the fancy obscure names that no one uses anymore, but they still mean the same thing, they just sound better? Can we do that? Can we go back to that? Instead of it being weird spellings, just words that aren't used very much. You two have nightmares about those tomatoes. I'm glad that we can suffer together. Like, together we're just staying up at night, nightmares about tomatoes, screaming in our sleep. Need an assistant. Oh, okay. Barbara and Uncle are getting into the edging business. Okay. On another note, apparently there was a guy named Santa Claus that got arrested in your state. I wish you were joking. Was he arrested because his name was Santa Claus? Or did he do something? Like climb down, chimneys and steal gifts? The theme park was great coasters and water rides out the arse. It was way more fun than a half-block Probast shop. Yeah, no, that makes sense. But I guess sadly they probably just looked at it as like this would generate more money because it would be numerous numbers of shops compared to one singular private business, right? Whatever. Boo hiss. There's some weird names here too, like a place named Antagorda, which means fat tapir. Oh. Tapirs are cute animals though. They're like mini elephants because they got the little trunks. There is that one store, I don't know if they have them here in the US. Do they have them in the US? I don't know. In the UK, they literally have a shop called Fat Face, don't they? It's a clothing store too, and I was like, I don't know if putting Fat Face on your branding is going to make me want to shop there, but apparently it's still in business, and I do remember seeing it everywhere. So, like in every shopping mall had a Fat Face. So, hello, Answered Prayer. Hi, welcome in. Thank you for checking in. I appreciate you. You leave type of funny out of this. Yeah, sorry, Hangry. I didn't mean to upset your kids. The stress one of the gays who were entertained there were displaced. Scandalous. In Pride Wrath month. We're getting that right? Like if people pay you to tie them up, make them the best and most prolonged orgasm, and then they could dream of with different tools. So what I'm hearing is you're a businessman. Gotcha. Okay. I feel like you could make some money off of that. There are people that like those things, right? I mean, there are people that like everything. So yeah. Sorry if anyone was lurking. That might have been an earful, but you're welcome. Didn't read the article yet. You should go look it up and get back to you. Oh, please do. Let me know. Well, I mean, I could look it up too, though I don't want to dox you because you said in your state. Well, I guess you kind of already doxed yourself because we would look it up. I could look it up without saying the state. I can have a look. This is a funny thing. These people that spell it differently want to make it more unique. They still give them a common name like Kaylee or Jeff, but spell it differently instead of an uncommon name. And I think personally that loses all bonus, all effect, all dramatic flair, because how often do you actually see someone's name written, right? I know most people, like Gandhi, probably can't even write their own name, right? I mean, he doesn't even know what his name is, right? So it wouldn't matter if he had a quirky, fun name, unless it sounded different. What would be the point? Right? Para, if you're posting the link, it won't let you. I'm sorry. If you want to send it to me, you're more than welcome to. Unless you're saying you want my hoodie too, because Cows wants it and Hangry wants it. I've only got one of them, and I'm not wearing a shirt underneath, so it's just gonna be full of sweat after. So you guys can, whoever wants it can have it. Be great to wear that hoodie and eat a steak whilst wearing it. Power. Can you imagine? Can you just wearing it for the sake of it and just going to a restaurant, just ordering just normal food? Hangry, I'm not reading your message, but thank you. Even better, just take it off his body. Why are you just saying steal it? Hateful, I'm still wearing it. Please do. No, Hangry, I think you can keep that one. I mean, it still shows up on the bloody screen, so. I mean, his legally legal government name isn't Gandalf the Gay. No, they said he wasn't allowed to have that because somebody else already had that. So he still has the 94, even on his passport. Chat can watch you as I mug him. Cal just comes in, just runs in, just pulls out the chair, steals the hoodie and runs. Imagine. Did you compare by photo to see if you were telling the truth? Yeah, you could always ask and find out. He might be able to tell you. I just looked up the Santa Claus thing, and I don't look up the Santa Claus thing. Don't look up the Santa Claus thing. I just saw what he got arrested for. Yeah. It's from New Orleans though. So there you go. I have doxed you, I've outed you, but yeah. Yeah. Ted Junkie, it's on my screen right now, and apparently it was only like yesterday that it happened. He and 11 other people were arrested for being on name of private island person's list. He did the same thing. And he looks like Santa Claus, which is absolutely terrifying. Santa Claus. Is that testicles but Christmas? Yeah, it's when they're white and hairy. Yeah. Tech Junkie, my condolences. Yeah, no politics. Apparently this person just got arrested. His name is Santa Claus and he kind of looked like Santa Claus, which made it so much worse, you know. When you hear Gandalf, I think of the meme of Gandalf with the big naturals. Huge. When you say big naturals, you mean... Sandwich time, also in the Discord. Thank you, Rothy, I appreciate that. I said tentacles, not testicles. Get your mind out of the gutter. Hey. Oh, wait, you did. You did! Hey, wait. Uncle, what I said is less in the gutter than what you said. What do you mean? What do you mean? Testicles aren't in the gutter. They're basic human anatomy. Tentacles, though? A big breast, Rick. You know, chest. Chesticles. Exactly. Noms loud, like... What do you mean? But what do you mean? What do you mean? I feel like I can't help saying what do you mean as like a reaction to just someone gaslighting me because I gaslit myself and you called me out and gaslighting myself and now I'm saying what do you mean? Because I'm like, what do you mean I gaslit myself? It happens. Some amazing city names like Don't Touch Me, Fancy Fancy, Dickopolis, Loneliness, and Sweep Sleeve. Tell me what are the main attractions in these cities, Bulba? What happens in Fancy Fancy? What happens in Don't Touch Me? I'm not going to ask what happens in Dickopolis because I feel like we already know. Loneliness, what doesn't happen there? I would like a command, please. Command mean, what do you mean? Will it just scream in the chat, what do you mean? Or is it going to play a clip of me just saying, what do you mean a million times? Maybe I have to go through all of my VODs and every single time that I've said, what do you mean? Get a clip of it and just make a compilation video of it. It's just like 60 seconds of me just screaming, what do you mean? Just in different outfits, different days, playing different games. Both would be even better. Okay, we'll have to look into that. What do you mean? I have no idea. Also, those are the translations of their names. So, but they still mean the same thing, right? They're just translated for us. Squidward, who apparently is actually an octopus and not a squid, can show his tentacles in the cartoon. I'm sure people would be less happy if the cartoon showed testicles in it. No, you're right. You are right. But in this situation, he has tentacles because he happens to be squid/octopus thing, right? Now, if I stood up and showed you my tentacle, people would be like, well, that's not normal. You're a freak, Rick. You know? It would be weird, right? It's all about the context. None of you reads the slut station sign on the train, tram, metro bus daily. It means end station, slut station. Oh, does it still say station at the end? Show me your tentacle. Here's one I prepared earlier. Just pull out from under the desk or something. Hi, Freloth. Hi, welcome. How are you doing? Thank you for checking in. Again, over the big naturals. I forgot what streaming YouTube it is, but they made them in Tomodachi Life. That honestly does not surprise me. Tomodachi Life is just filled with mongrels. Just people just making the worst things possible and throwing it in. Wood here has the same use that wood has there in the slang term. Okay, wood. I like wood. Stood up and showed the tentacle. I'm pretty sure you'd be banned from the red Purple and green. Yeah, no, honestly, all of them. I'll just see them just randomly start shutting off because it's just like a slider thing. They'll just slide off. Like, that's it. It ended. Just ended. Did you think for that? Stitchy, what are you doing? What are you up to? What you waiting for? This song is a throwback. This is a throwback. This reminds me of, I don't know what year I would have heard this in, but I've heard eventually. When you go to the end of the line, it says slut station on the signs there, just how it works. Interesting. I like the combination of using words. The concept being that station is the same in that language, but they didn't use end. It's just slut. Love that. There's a place here that is called Big Wood, right? Big Wood. That could be a place where trees grow, a forest, a jungle, a brothel. Just gave the cat her treats ready for bed. Did she have yogurt today? Little yogurt snacks. Also, Stitchy, send me a message for what you would like for your new custom sound alert. I'll find one later and send it to you. Oh, okay. I appreciate that. You're far too kind. She did. I like how I'm learning people's routines and even like the snacks that they give to their pets. And kisses to the kitty. Yes, everybody, if you've got a pet, you should head pat them from me. I mean, I can't say I'm not drinking enough during the day. I've only been live for an hour and 40 minutes. Normally, I would have this till the end of stream. I need to slow down, but I'm still warm though, aren't I? Love that for me. Concept of a station of slots. Fickles? Bull's head with each. Fickles? Fickles? You need to go get more liquids. I could, but that means getting up and moving and going somewhere, you know? And I'm too lazy for that. I'm just gonna lean back in my chair and get comfortable. How's that? All the kisses she was screaming at me when you got home the other day. Why was she screaming? What did you do? What did she do? Did she make a mess and was like, can you clean up right now? Thank you. Did you know that What You're Waiting For was written because Gwen went into the studio and was being a whiny bitch and went home and the songwriter was over here and wrote it calling her a stupid bitch and they recorded it the next day. She agreed to sing the song that was written about her because she was a whiny bitch. That's kind of iconic. And the fact that she was like, you know what, I'll take this. That most people would probably be offended, but she's like, no, this is a banger. Deal. Let's get it put out there. You'd probably get actual water too. All right, mother. Jeez. Thought you were my uncle, now you're my mother? I do drink water sometimes. Normally after my dinner, I'll have like ice cold water. But I need my caffeine on stream because it's the only way to get through to hangry. You've been gone for a few days. Uh-oh. And she was throwing a tantrum. She was like, how dare you leave me? Take me with you next time. Stop. Hey, hangry, you respond when I do it, so I know it works. You send a telekinetic signal to levitate a cup of water. Please do. That would be great. And fill it with ice, too. Yes, I do need the ice. Even though I complain about it, I do like the ice. She was. It's okay. You're there now. And she doesn't have to be alone for a minute. And it became a huge hit. Is it her biggest hit, Power? Could you imagine if it was? Like the one roast song about her that she sung on ends up being the most popular. You better be hydrating, young man. Listen to your mother. Sounds like something my mother would say. Love Brittany. Nala, the kitten I told you a bit about ago, is doing well. Speaking of cats, I do need to feed her soon, though. Kitten. Do you have pictures? I love seeing people's pets. Alicia just walked back from a poo. It was very good timing. Hangry, what do you mean? You went without us? You didn't take your phone with you? I thought we were close, Hangry. Magic. Yeah, yes, listen to me. Everybody else should get some water. How's that? I'm your mother uncle. That could actually be a great name. Would you spell it like that? Just your new name on your passport, mother uncle. Also, Grandma, how are you doing? Grandma, you work today? The mother of the house boots down. Yes. You were sexting whilst on the toilet pooping. Angry, you really are a wild spirit, aren't you? Uncle, what do you want me to hydrate? Uncle, I don't have anything to hydrate with. I'm going to take a small sip. I've got maybe like 2 sips left, okay? Uncle, thank you for the hydrate. I appreciate you. Hello, Big Baker. How was the rest of your stream? Did you guys have fun? I feel like I never get to check it in the mornings. Or maybe you don't normally stream in the mornings. I feel like I never get to see you. But how was it? Did you have fun? Uncle, please hydrate yourself. Not me, but you. Hydrate yourself right now. Eating cucumber is a great way to hydrate. I like cucumbers. Cucumbers are delicious. A better way for your body to take up and retain the water. I mean, they're what, like 80%? 80% water, maybe? How about tacos? Tacos was delicious. I made 6 tacos last night. It was really good. I had hard shell, I had soft shell. I didn't have tinned tomato that I wanted, so I just chopped up some fresh tomatoes. I reduced them on the stovetop so I could make them into like a salsa. Because I like to put them at the bottom of my tacos because then I can layer up on top of them because they're like the wettest, slimiest stuff. If I put them at the bottom, I feel like I should put them at the top, but if I put them at the bottom, they stop the whole meal from being too dry, right? And then I'll layer up all of the ingredients on top of it. And then I actually warmed up both the soft shell and the hard shell so that they were actually a little bit more malleable so I could, you know, normally when I close the taco, it cracks and explodes everywhere. But at least if it's warmed up, it bends a little bit better. It's okay, break it. You could just start eating cucumbers on stream. I should, shouldn't I? I should just, before streams, just have little circles of cucumber, just snack on them, you know, because I can. Hi, Rambo. Hi, welcome in. Thank you for coming with the raid. What's exploding? Cucumbers. No, wait. Tacos. Tacos. If they're not warm up enough, they explode. They crack. Don't forget to water your streamer, everyone. Yes, get your watering can or your hose, whichever one works best. Cows is like, oops, wrong one. It's okay, cows. You can laugh at us. Normally, cows are shooting us, taking photos, apparently. Cucumber is about 72% water, but also a lot of other nutrients and minerals. Aren't we also like 72% water? Does that mean I'm also a cucumber? It was good and we had fun. All of the building beginning now. And this week was a little bit weird schedule with the kids moving it. And you did a lot of cooking for the night crew last night. That might make more sense because I feel like normally if I see you, I think usually on later in the day, like after me, right? Normally, I think. I'm not sure. But we're doing okay. We've just been chatting. We are about to jump into maybe some Reddits, if I can find one, for either prison food, hospital food, or school foods. Because, like I said, they're pretty much the same. A little tray, just a little slop on a plate, you know. You would react to that comment. Mm-hmm. That's our cows right there. Rambo, how are you doing? What are you up to today? Do you like cucumbers? A Rick mukbang. Just me sitting here shoving cucumbers in my mouth. Do you like cucumbers too? I feel like they were related to watermelons, but not sweet. Just a lot of water, right? More water than anything. You like cucumber with soy sauce? I love soy sauce. I'm going to try that. It's mortified when I sent it at the same time by accident. Imagine doing something by accident, Hangry. Homegrown cucumbers that matured in the cold will actually be sweeter since it triggers the sugars. I didn't know this. Wait, so if there was a cucumber that was matured in a cooler country, or at least in a cooler season, it would taste completely different to the opposite? To be fair, soy sauce does have a lot of sodium, so maybe not as hydrating. You might just be negating the benefits, right? You can get the low sodium soy sauces, but they do taste different. Rate my poo, Hangry? No. I know that you frequent there, but I definitely don't need to be there. Thank you, Hangry. I appreciate the suggestion, but no. Mondays and I get one on Thursdays later in the day. Tuesdays are super early. Oh, okay, there was completely different times. Gotcha. I feel like whenever I see you live, I never realize what the time is. So I'm like, I feel like I've never seen you at the same time. But now I'm also like, I don't know what time I have seen you. Aside from today, obviously, because you're on in the morning, I was able to watch. Read the wood. Like cuts of wood, right? Because you're a lumberjack, right, Yin? Cleanse my eyes from that one story by watching 2 guys bring their houses into a bar. Horses into a bar. I was really confused. I was like, houses? houses. There is an R in there. Love that for me. More impressed that horses were allowed in and that they went willing with their owners. Maybe it wasn't their first time. They went to the bar. Maybe they've been and they have carrots or snacks. Do horses actually like carrots, or is that a stereotype? Am I being racist to cows? Wait, horses? I might be. Sorry, horses. Let me know if you prefer something else. That makes sense. I think the regular ones taste like watermelon, but without the sweet. And now I want watermelon. Quit it. You're making me hungry, and I just ate. Hello, Mark. Hi, welcome in. Thank you for checking in. How are you doing? Happy not Monday. It's almost Thursday, which means it's Wednesday. The fruit and veggies need to grow in a certain heat, but at a little colder temperature during the maturation words, will trigger the sugars in it. That's why some veggies and fruits are flavorless. They've matured in too hot temperatures. Interesting. Okay. I wonder if that's the same for people too. You grew up somewhere hot, so you're flavorless. You know? Apparently Apollo knows French. I put on a French video and suddenly he started listening. Maybe he does. Maybe that's why he ignores me all the time. I just assumed that if I put on a Chinese video, they would understand it because pugs are from China. And I was like, maybe it's in their DNA to understand the Chinese language. But no, just like every other video with people in it, my dogs bark at them instead of listen. Very rude. Houses, horses, tentacles, testicles. Same thing, right? That Brit lick. It is the exact same thing. Show me your horse, show me your house, show me your tentacles, show me your testicle. You know? Whatever floats everybody's boat. Everyone knows streamers can't read. No, they cannot. No. I can't even make excuses for it. And I will say it's streamer brain because I can read when I'm not streaming, right? I think it's just because I can hear the music, I can hear myself speaking, and then I'm trying to read fast. And I'm like, I'm making it up as I go along at this point. Is devouring his liquids too fast? He's going to dry out if you don't refill his lazy ass with more drinks. If I run out, I guess I'm going to have to go get one. I had a pup that obviously knew German. Shame shit happened. Maybe it's just the way that the language sounds. Maybe they like, right? Maybe it's the delivery. And they're like, oh, I like that. I understand that. His uncle says he needs more actual water. Not the actual water. Hey, things have water in it. That counts, right? No water, full-size cucumbers. No water, just cucumbers sliced, apparently in soy sauce, you know. Both work. I'll eat both. You have water in it. I have water. Does that mean I should eat myself, though? Probably not. What is the human body, like 80%? Something? Before the late 90s and 2000s, none of us are worried about water, and we did just fine. Power, tell me more about your nose and what the doctor said. We drink Coke and liquor for our water. Just fine, yeah, just fine. Sure, Jan. There's this... Okay, my mother is adopted, okay? Every single time my mother talks about her being adopted in front of my brothers, she'll say it, she'll be like, she'll reference it. She'll be like, yeah, you know, not all adopted people are weird, right? And she'll be like, I came out fine. And my brothers, they will literally all just look at each other and start making these silly faces and be like, yeah, sure, fine, right? And then my mother start laughing because she's a lovely person. Definitely nothing wrong there whatsoever. But you know, when you are the study group and you claim that you're okay, come back to us in 20 years' time and we'll find out, right? I also didn't drink a ton of water. I definitely drink a lot more water now than I used to, right? Is my life any different now? Do I feel any different? I don't know. In 20 years' time, will something come up and they'll be like, you should have drunk water when you were 10 years old, you know? Maybe. But were you fine? Are we fine? We are not, and we worry about the water. Seems like a kawinky dink? Kawinky. I'm glad I knew what that said because I was gonna butcher that. You drank juice most of your childhood and teen years, and I was fine. Then I found the joys of water at times. Yes. I was... Growing up, I was very much one of those milk kids. which is really weird. Like everyone looks at the milk kid as the weird kid. I was the weird kid. I used to just drink like a pint of milk is like, oh, that's so refreshing, a pint of milk. Now it's like the most disgusting thing I can think of. And then I moved to the juice era, which was, I don't think the Americans really have it, but in the UK you have squash. So you have like a cup and you put like a tiniest bit of squash at the, but you pour a tiny little bit in and you fill it with water, like the whole thing with water. It dilutes it. So it has the flavor of fruit or whatever, but it's like 99% water. And it's the only way I would drink water because the flavor of water is just dull, right? Now I don't really drink that. They have similar things that Mocha's picked up here in the US. It's just like a squirty squeeze thing that you put in. And I'm like, I feel like it's probably just chemicals. So now I just drink water with ice cubes. If there's no ice cubes in it, I will not be touching it. I'm sorry. I don't like the taste of water, but if it's crisp, if it's freezing cold, it tastes different. It just does. It tastes enjoyable. You only like room temperature water? What is wrong with you? Please. Why? 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 Room temperature water? Why? You may as well just drink the bath water. I'm worried if we'll even have water in the future. Uncle, what would we drink instead? We'd have to find something that could be broken down and consumed as a liquid, right? Because there's been no water left. We won't, we're fucked. Exactly. We're to drink whatever else we can find. Actually, do you like drinking water specifically after the gym? Sometimes you drink coconut water too. Quite like coconut water. I think I've tried coconut water once or twice, and I don't know if I just got a weird brand of it, but it definitely wasn't nice. What do you mean? What do you mean you like room temperature water power? You can't just type that and just move on. I need answers. Maybe a consequence of the past showing up in the future. The past, the future, the present, Terminator, water. It's gonna be like Dune. It will expel blood from people and turn it into water. I don't know. Power, would you turn your blood into water for me? Would you save me? If I was dying, like really dehydrated, would you give me your blood and run it through a little filtration thing and turn it to water? DBD stream when? Well, Earl, actually, we're doing it right now. No, Earl, I can't. I cannot. I was hanging out with our Yugo boyfriend yesterday on his stream. And he was like, I forget that you play DBD. You just don't stream it. And I was like, well, actually, I didn't really play it for long either. I can't control my mood when I play DBD. It's really weird, Earl. You probably understand it too. But when you play it, when you can't control your reactions, because maybe like the killer's slugging is like, I'm trying to have fun here. Now my face is not showing I'm having fun, so now I'm not having fun, but I'm also streaming, and I was like, now it's really uncomfortable, you know? Do you know? Right? Does that make sense? It's just with PvP games, it's like you could be having the best time ever, and then you have like maybe 2 or 3 back-to-back matches where you aren't having fun, and then it just kind of kills your vibe, you know? I love showing my face not having fun, but I like your reactions. And I feel like you don't take it seriously, right? You're not out here like, you know, typing in the chat and telling them to, you know, die, right? Some people do. Definitely not me. But you're just a baby. You're just so sweet and innocent, Al. You're just so lovely, and you're so kind to everyone. Well, aside from that one time you hit me with your car, but that's okay. We won't talk about that. If you were dying, I would turn my blood into wine for you. Wouldn't that just speed up the process? Because alcohol just dehydrates you quicker, right, Power? Power's like, I wouldn't help you. I would actually finish you off quicker. I live in Sweden, not sure you would even survive here. Rothy, you could just, I don't know. What would you be able to, do they have watermelons? Can you grow a watermelon in Sweden? Oh, there's Gandhi. Hello, Gandhi. Streamer, can I have your attention, please? No. Gandhi, how's what going? We get snow. Time to start hoarding and freezing it when it comes. Yes. Or you could always boil it, melt it down, remove all like the microplastics that are in it, and then jar it or something. That could work. You should die being reincarnated as yourself, but with less clothing that doesn't have buttons. Well, Wolfdad, if I was reincarnated as myself, I would be born without buttons, Wolfdad. I would come back as a pug, I think. If I had the choice, right? If I had the choice, if the Buddhists were right, the Buddhists, right, they believe in reincarnation. If they were right and you were reincarnated, oh my God, my drink, whatever. If I was reincarnated as an animal and I got to choose, I'd probably want to be a pug. I've had pugs most of my adult life, and I know full well that pugs are spoiled. That's what I want to be, you know? Poog, yeah, exactly, poog. I would love to be a poog. The fact that the house I grew up in the childhood had quite a few coconut trees. Maybe like coconut water because of associating it with the childhood. That is a thing, uncle. That is. I was actually reading this really, really interesting thing yesterday about how Nestle, was it Nestle or Nescafe? One of the two, whichever one does coffee, couldn't get into the Japanese market because Japanese people didn't like coffee because they thought it wasn't as elegant as or in depth as tea, right? And they can get anyone to drink it for the longest time. And then they got a child psychologist involved, and what they did is they started implementing, or at least seeding the idea in a very young age that coffee meant good things and nostalgia and your childhood. So they couldn't get the older generation to start drinking coffee, but the younger generation started growing up with the concept of it and then started liking it. I thought it was really interesting because it's like manipulating generations ahead of time to start buying your product, right? You're literally planning 10, 20 years down the line for people to start buying your stuff. Right? Seed your idea, right? It's weird when you think about it because, you know, emotional manipulation, right? You're telling people this is a great product because it reminds you of your childhood. They never had it growing up. It's just the TV adverts you saw were kids smiling, drinking coffee, right? It's very interesting. Apparently sucks in general, they're the ones that bottled the water. Yeah, we don't like that. So I remember that one time in PE in elementary school, the teacher had us stick our tongues out, and apparently my tongue was like really white, and it meant that you were dehydrated. I don't think I'm dehydrated. I'm drinking my drink. I'm fine, right? I don't think I'm dehydrated. Maybe. Lick the gander, yes. Snow may as well be a myth over here. You've never ever seen it. It's made up. It's a figment of everybody else's imagination. You're home. They had some barbecue thing for the America's 250 birthday, and your stomach was hurting from the smell. I love that for you, Gandhi. I'm sorry that you have the explosive diarrhea. I hope it passes soon. I'm sorry that I'm mentioning it again now. Dives into a crowd of lesbians or something. You know, I was just thinking, isn't this song kind of mean? This one right now or the one before? Because I wasn't listening. I'm so sorry. I don't think I've ever listened to the full thing. It's definitely the one before this. I'm sorry. What one was it? You should actually play the newest Moomin game, Moomin Trolls Winter War. It's actually amazingly depicted there, which is exactly how it looks, except drawn. I may allegedly have that game. Rothy, is that like something we should play around wintertime or in summer? Want to be a dragon? Some people are going to learn this time around. I love how Ramba's like, when I come back, I'm getting vengeance. It's like, I'm not coming back as a sweet little butterfly. I'm coming back to ruin your life. Thank you. You know, it's okay too. Gandhi always says that when he goes, he wants to just stay as a ghost and haunt people. So, you know, it's not much difference there, right? I grew up with the best part of waking up is a folgers in your cup. I'm still not a fan of what is Folgers? It just sounds like old people fingers. Folgers, like wrinkly folded skin fingers. What is a Folger power? Thanks, you're so welcome, Gandhi. Snow is just a myth created by Nestle to sell more Christmas or something. It's like, excuse me, camera, the Red Santa being made up by Coca-Cola, right? It's a, you know, Santa Claus can't hurt you. Oh, no, that's too soon. Sorry, tech junkie. Far too soon. Moving on. Moving too soon. Too soon. Too soon. He literally just was arrested apparently like an hour ago. Yeah. You can play any time of the year, Rick, and I love to watch. Okay, good. Spoilers. Yeah. Hi, Banana. Hi, welcome in. Thank you for checking in. I'm having a great day. Much better now that you are here. How are you doing? What are you up to? Tell me everything. Don't have much money for games right now, but I've seen people play some of the Moomin games before. Yeah, we raided into Planet B and they were playing it the other day because Rothy was like, Well, you know, I think Gandhi was the one who suggested it, and Rothy was like, "Ooh, Moomins, hippo things." So we went over, and then Rothy, you know, fell in love, and then sent me the game too. So, Folds Dingers, it's a brand of coffee. Gotcha. I don't like the name. Can we change that? How do we bully Rick to play it? You can bully me anytime. It works. It's not just for me, for others too. Rambo's like, I would love to fly and breathe fire, but also some of you bitches deserve this, you know? Santa will hurt you. He may. He's okay, he's in prison for now. Dragon these nuts on your face. Exactly. This is like something Hangry would say. Speaking of speaking of weird names, apparently there is a Dr. Coca-Cola marijuana. I think she did a thesis about how someone's name can affect their life. I wonder. Is she speaking from experience? I feel like if your name was Coca-Cola marijuana, people would probably think nothing of it. You just go about your everyday life. Members are trolls and not hippos. Oh, what's the difference? What's the difference? Both are gonna bite ya. If you said the name right, it's not as bad, but you completely butchered it a million times. Let's move on. Power, would you like to spell it out for me? You would say that. You've said that many times. It's literally your quote now. Brazilian nuts. Brazil nuts. I never remember why they call... That is a word. I would not be attempting. I'm not attempting. I don't need the Brazilian population pitchforking me right now. Who's dragon? What now? These nuts. Coconuts. Coconut water. Folgers. Coffee. Santa Claus. And banana jammin'. There was a Pokemon chat. Anyway, don't look up the Santa Claus thing. I looked it up. I thought this could be like a funny reference to like 10 years ago. Didn't realize that he was just arrested like today. So, okay, you and Barbara are chill. Mostly. Until I open my DMs later and it's just like death threats. It's like, don't you bother coming to our country. We will not let you in. Standing at the airport. No, thank you. I don't have the energy to help you spell/speak out something. I was like, no, you lay in the bed that you've made. I'm not helping you get out of this. It's okay. I deserve that. It's my thing. You know, I'm just so British in a sense that, one, I take things that aren't mine. And two, I look at words and try and pronounce them the way that I think that they should be pronounced. And then you try and help me. And I'm like, nah. I say it my way. Thank you. I'm just really, really good at it. It's just something that I clearly have inherited. For sure. The doer. Exactly. I'm sorry I had to traumatize you with that info. No, it's okay. It's now, it's going to be a running joke. It will. It, you know, everybody else's trauma is now just our joke at this point. So, unfortunately for them. You're so patient and level-headed. You just say the things as they obviously should be. Right. I mean, like, I'm the trendsetter. You come in here. You tell me your name. What I read it as is what you need to change it to. Okay? I'm just saying. Though also on that exact same note, girls, like, sit down. Like, we need to talk about this. We do need to talk about this. This is something I see a lot. I see it a lot on Twitch. I have a lot of issues enough. People love to change their names all the time. But if you choose to write your online handle as something that's kind of obscure or spelt weirdly, or isn't uppercased or lowercased right in the correct places, please don't be mad at us for people butchering your name, right? You know, like Rothy, look at you right here, right now. Your name says I Roths, right? If someone said I Roths, they would be correct, right? They would be correct. Most people, they have their name spelled out correctly, right? Some people have like the most obscure spelling whatsoever. And they'll be like, no, actually, my name is Karen. And I was like, that's not what it says. That's not what your name says, right? But you're gaslighting me because I can't get it right. But please tell me, like, call me right now and just tell me how it's said, right? Hi, Fox Bullet. Hi, welcome in. How are you doing? Is that the Portuguese incident all over again? Yen, what was that? That one cake on Tomodachi Life Well, I was like, I know what that says. It's Spanish or something. And you guys like, oh my God, Rick, it's Portuguese. You're so racist. And I was like, it's like, I don't even know what the food item was. No, you covered my new spelling. Hangry, imagine if you just update your name too. Reminds me of sometime I heard a post that went something like, what is something that is not British but feels British? And someone said, the contents of the British Museum. Literally that, right? The whole thing. Like, why do we have artifacts from Egypt in the British Museum? Show me on a map of England where Egypt is. Go on, I'm waiting. You quit work for the day feeling icky still and exhausted. Mocha, whatever you've got, Gandhi's also got because he's gone home because he's shitting through the eye of a needle. So, unfortunately for him. Hi, Fox Bullet. Hi, welcome. Thank you for checking in. I appreciate you. Or people who have completely different names on every platform. Ludo, I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it, Ludo. I didn't want to say it. But when your Twitch name is this, then your Instagram name is this. Instagram name is this, and then your Twitter name is this, and then you follow in like all three, and I'm like, I know who you are. I have no clue who you are. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. And I'm like, just use the same name on all three. I did it so that you guys can find me easily. You know, like if I have a conversation with you on stream and then you send a message on your Twitter account later or something and it's not the same name on stream, I'm go like, I have no idea who you are. You know? It happens. I get it. I understand. You could always change it. Make them all match. If you really want it to, I wouldn't be mad. That would be correct. But then they say L-Rops, your brain itches, that too. Though, thankfully, because in this situation, you can see it is an uppercase I because it is larger than the other letters in your name, right? Thankfully. Though if that I was in the middle and it was maybe the whole thing was lowercase, then yes, maybe some people might get screwed up, you know, confused. Hangry Jack. Yeah, exactly, Angry. Exactly. Hi, Rick and chat. Hope it's a good Wednesday. It's definitely a good Wednesday. We're just gossiping and bitching and complaining about Santa Claus, you know? How's your day going? You having a good day so far? Yeah, stop sharing your passwords. Imagine if his password was just his name spelled a different way. It does look like a password. Changes his name to that Rafati, Rick. Yes. Emphasis on the farty and the Ray part. I don't know whose chat I saw it in, but someone's name was like A5S7Ola. And like, you can call me asshole. And I was like, no, you're A5 from now on. Right, literally. Like, what, you wanted to be special because you decided to spell a word that you probably shouldn't be using on, you know, online like that. And you want to use uppercase and lowercase and then lettering just to weirdly spell it. No one's going to look at it like that and read it the same way, right? Unless it really is really well done and it's like the E is a 3 or something, right? I know what other ones might work off the top of my head, right? But there are some letters that just look like numbers or the other way around, you know? I shouldn't like Gandhi, but I have some bug. It's the Gandhi bug. Some people actually don't know that Egypt is in Africa. Yeah, no, Uncle, I saw this really stupid t-shirt yesterday. I was scrolling. And even though the t-shirt itself was extremely misogynistic because it was showing different types of women in different countries, right? The shirt itself just had generalized random countries. And then it just had one that said Africa. And it was just a black woman. And I was like, what do you mean just Africa, right? Africa is a continent, not one country, right? And I was like, they were showing all of these other women on the shirt and it was just Africa. And I was like, love that. You can tell who designed the t-shirt. It was not a woman. To be fair, Portuguese is about 90% the same as Spanish language. Genji, you trying to get cancelled up in here? You trying to get me cancelled? You know, because they will beat us up. He will come in here and he will sit on us with his ZBL that he just got inflated. I literally saw him, you know, at the car wash with his little hand pump thing, shoved in his butt, got bigger. Absolutely have a different name in different places I go. Wow, Uncle. Imagine doing such a thing. Now you got to change it. Oh, actually, no, this is the perfect. No, actually, you are the perfect example. You are the perfect. Uncle, I'm calling you out now. I'm calling you out because I know on Blue Sky you actually have a different name. I say it's 70%. A lot of languages are inspired by others. You know, a lot of Europe just uses, you know, Latin, right? And just steals bits of it and expands it. But of course, I'm not fluent in Spanish. I'm not fluent in English. I can't speak any language. I just make noises and hope for the best. But people can see the difference between the uppercase I and the lowercase l. Yes, I guess some people can. If people are paying attention, they can see it. But if you read it fast and it's maybe the first time seeing your name, in their head, they might just be like, that's a lowercase l, right? But I'm like, it's the beginning of your name, so it should be. That is also another thing. That is also another thing, and I will mention it. And it's like, people need to, like, this is like what? Elementary school English, right? Or just, you put the uppercase at the beginning of like a noun, right? Like if it's your name, it needs to be like an uppercase. Like if you're being edgy because you're just writing your whole name in lowercase, like that's on you, right? That's on you for lowering the bar, really. To be fair, 9% of your identity has been copied from Rick. Again, it's just me. We're the same person. That's why you can't see us in the same room. No Counter Online says 89%. Just rounded up. I was born first. You were born first. Yeah, no, it's okay. Gandhi was born first. When I was born, they just ran out of printer ink. Poor baby. Hope you feel better. Yeah, hope you feel better. People think Portuguese is the weird cousin, but from my perspective, Spanish is the weird cousin. They got famous from now people keep mixing them up and you. No, I guess it makes sense, right? I do wonder if maybe people in Europe sometimes hear a language and assume it's something like this, right? And then I was like, well, actually, no, it's us. We're less popular, but it sounds similar, but we were first. There was a question in chat. Not that I know much about them and the histories behind languages, but I'm sure it's swapped around, right? Kind of like, actually, this is a perfect example. I should have just started with this one. When you're playing a video game, when you load, I remember it from like PlayStation 1 games, when you're looking at the language selection, right? And you go through the list and it shows the flags and it shows the language underneath it, right? And it says English and it's got the American flag on it. I was like, what do you mean English with the American flag? It's English for England, right? But you've got the American flag on it. Like, what do you mean? Just put American, right? Right? I mean, I get it. It's a larger country, right? There's more people, but it's called English, isn't it? It's called English. It is. I'm just saying. Though I guess that also being said, if you were on this side of the world and you were looking at the same menu and you're looking for Spanish, it most likely would have the Mexican flag on it, not the Spanish flag, right? Because it would just be localized. But still, UK English, yeah, but no, not UK English, just England English, because the UK has many languages in it, right? People think Portuguese is the weird cousin. Did I just read that one? Yes, I did. I'm sorry. I'm rereading your message because it was apparently so important that I felt I missed it. And in fact, you say BBL when talking about people canceling you for the Spanish-Portuguese thing. Brazilian butt lift, much like Brazilian wax, isn't actually that Brazilian. I'm curious because I hear people talk about it all the time, but I don't know of anyone who's gone to these places to get them, right? Like they just go to like Dodgy Dave down the road, don't they? And just get concrete put in their butt. Most European languages are either Hungarian, Germanic, or Latin based from the start, which is pretty cool. See, these are things that I knew from years ago, definitely. What about a Brazilian bum cream? What does that do? So like a hair removal cream? A bum cream? Gandhi was born in a literal manger. Yes, in the barn out back. Italian, French, Romanian, Spanish, Portuguese, Romance languages. So it makes sense that they are very similar, yes. I'll see something in Italian or French. I can kind of feel a distant familiarity to what's written. Yes. I mean, like I said, I studied English, Spanish, and French in school, and I would always have issues. If I had French and Spanish on the same day, I would just get them mixed up, right? I'm like, what do you mean you're asking me what cat means in French and Spanish? I'm like, it's the same word, isn't it? No, it's not. But I'm sitting here, I was like, I just learned both of them, and I can't remember which one was from French and which one was from Spanish, right? And then there was just so many other words that were just almost interchangeable in a sense that I'm like, I know what that is reading it. Will I remember though? No. Also, hello, Naya. Hi, welcome in. Happy Wednesday. How are you doing? But England English is different to the US English. We butchered your shit. That is true, right? But I guess it would depend on the words that were used in the translation, right? Like if in the game they mentioned taking out the trash, right? Yeah, I guess you'd probably have to label it as American, right? But they still put English, the word, and then put the American flag on it, right? They could just call it American, couldn't they? UK English, yeah. Like this song, this one or the one before this, because I'm always far behind on chat. You're sick too, to Winzy. Push out news and with Chinese food. The old Chinese detox. Is that gonna work? Who is it? This one right now, Ludo, or the one before? Because this one right now is B. Miller. This is Playground. Excuse me, we originated the language. That's why I'm gonna start screaming at people. You misspelled improved. Oof. You should be back, of course, Rothy. Take your time. The heathens are in chat. A game night and I'm at home. I'm using this time to invite Rick first game. Thanks, Dibs. Who else is inviting me? Lock Rick in now. Shouldn't it be on a toilet? Shouldn't you both be on the toilet holding hands? It is funny that the relationship between the US and UK is similar to Brazil and Portugal. Yay, colonization. Literally. It's like everyone has the European base part and then the extra colonized part on the side, right? And now everyone's like, which language is this one? Which one is it? Where is it from? He's on mobile, just like Hangry was. Oh, Hangry. You'd rather watch the Fox News. He's watching it right now. The one thing we got right from your language is aluminium because you say that shit wrong. Power. No, Power, you wrote it in the British way, though. Power, what do you mean? But what do you mean? You wrote it in my way. You wrote aluminium. There's two I's in that one. That's the British spelling, Power. The American doesn't have the two I's. It's aluminum. Or alumnum. Aluminium with two I's is the British spelling. Not the aluminium debate. Not this again. Do you remember when we were playing with JP and we were playing Planet Crafter and everyone just kept saying aluminum, even though in the game it's aluminium? Please go to Hit Your Husband for me. With the debates on our road trips. Yeah, literally. I wrote it in your way so that you could read it. Oh, you're pandering to me. That's okay, too. You are welcome. I'm so welcome. I'm gonna snap your neck. What about my back? Because you're British and I know the difference. Do you? Do you? Do you? What if you said it my way? Aluminium with two I's. Does my English sound American? I think so. Since most ways I've learned were probably US based, plus I am from South America after all. You would probably have heavy influence from US pop culture references, movies, music, TV shows, you know, all of that, right? Just everything for you would be heavily influenced by the powerhouse, which is directly above you, right? I mean, I grew up with American TV shows and stuff, but I still heard a lot more British English. Aluminium, aluminum. Love Power. Power's a great time when they say aluminium correctly. Also, did I just see a ZBL? Hello, Z-Tato. Hi, welcome in. We were just talking about you. How was your butt? Hi, welcome in. Did you get your steps in today? I do like the spelling color over color, though. Yes. Speaking of Z, look who's here. We speak of the ZBL and it shall arrive. It's like Beetlejuice, but Beetle butt. It's true. There's Z right there. Hi, Z. Hi, welcome in. How are you doing? We were just talking about literally anything, everything. We're going to saying about your BBL now. We were talking about BBL specifically, and most people get a BBL, but they don't actually go to Brazil to get them, right? Right? Z didn't. Z, you didn't go to Brazil to get it, did you? Yeah, that Brazilian butt lift isn't actually Brazilian. He didn't get the little stamp on it to say made in Brazil or something, right? It could have said filled in Brazil, but he would have to go to do that too, right? It's a trip that he has to still make. Honestly, I don't know how many conversations we touched upon today. We kind of spiraled, didn't we? Completely. The aluminium thing, though, I will die on this hill. I will, and it's your guys' fault for being cheap. Okay, you guys were like, oh look, printing press, how amazing. Let's save money by, you know, mass producing newspapers, but let's save even more money by just removing the letter U from most words because we don't actually want it / need it, and you still know what it says. Okay, neighborhood. So you can still leave it in there. I mean, it's still cute with the U in there. But like a little extra word, a little extra length, you know? There are more than one ways to get filled, and Brazil is a Brazilian. You can help with that. See? Uncle's offering their Brazilian butt lift services because they are a butt doctor. It's actually Italian. That's a common misconception. Oh, he's got an Italian butt now. The N parish. Boca, I'm ready for my ring. I prefer black stainless steel. Wait, what are you talking about? Are you guys getting married? Congratulations. Can I bring the flowers? I do know a guy that had a USDA grade A+ logo tattooed on his ask. It wasn't grade A, worst stamping ever. What grade would you give it? I mean, if we're being totally honest, what would you give it? Brazilian wax isn't really Brazilian either, just Brazilian inspired. So what I'm hearing is everything's just getting taken from Brazil and just been like, we're taking it. Ours now. You said you're ready to die on that hill. Oh, I am. Yeah, no, I am. Aluminium does sound better, doesn't it? Badoopy doopy. Badaboopy. Badaboopy. I make it a meatball. Z. I'm going to let you off because you're like 20% Italian now because of your Italian butt lift. But don't let Mario and Luigi hear you say that. They will not help you with your plumbing. BBLs are just so ridiculous and unnecessary. But I mean, whatever floats your boat. Though some take it too far and they just look bad, yes. What if your butt is your boat and it's a flotation device? There is someone that I follow on Instagram that I assume they think it looks natural. I think they think it looks natural because nothing ever mentions it anywhere on any of the descriptions of the posts that they have, right? But almost every post that they have is just them wearing the skimpiest outfit and just like always aiming the camera at the butt. And I was like, there is no reason why your legs look like this, but your butt looks like this. And then it cuts in like this, like a straight line, right? That is not how a butt looks, right? And there's no way that that's natural, right? But I feel like some people just kind of pretend it is and they won't talk about it. They won't be like, disclaimer, this is actually trash from the ocean injected into my butt. Just pretend it's normal. It shouldn't have even been graded by the USDA because it wasn't worth the inspection. Oof. Are you still friends with them? I don't know if you saw it, but you bought the skin in Fortnite. Wait, which skin? Let's talk about the Portuguese and the Spanish. How you sit on, what? And how you'd sit on Rick as a way to cancel him with your BBL. Oh, yeah, no, I did say that. I did say that, yeah. No, I did. Z would cancel me by sitting on me with the BBL, yeah. I didn't see because you streamed at a very unusual time. So I didn't know you were live. Rude bitch. Now your streak is ruined. You could have watched the VOD back. Yeah, he raided into us yesterday because he loves us. I gotta say, this song is And I'm Good. Some of the most lazy sample uses I've heard this decade. There is a lot of them now too. I used to have a folder that I would add, well, a playlist I would have that I would just call samples, right? Because I would hear them and I'd be like, wait, this is something I heard only 10 years ago and you're already digging it up and pretending it's a new song. Because I feel like that's the only reason they're doing it. It's like, this is a really catchy beat 10 years ago. The kids probably haven't heard this, so let me redo it again. You know? Rick, well, yes. In case of emergencies. Me at TexasCon, yes. Is Rick really subtweeting about your BBL right now? Ali, I'm so sorry. Look, Ali, every single time you post yourself in that really skimpy outfit and you're like, oh, look at my natural BBL. I mean, butt. I'm like, well, that's clearly a butt lift because that is not how a butt naturally forms. But then you don't disclaim it either. And I'm like, wow, Ali, imagine. Do you remember the talk about sending that kind of clown content to where it showed up? Well, some just did and DM'd you on that platform, of course. The clown. It's funny that you mentioned it on stream. I also saw it. I was like scrolling Instagram. I think it was right after the stream when we talked about it, Borba, because I saw it and I sent it to you because I was like, is this what you meant? Right? Because it was the one with the green hair, right? And I said about how I don't like green, right? And I didn't like it because it was green. But it was the fact that we spoke about it on stream and then it started showing up on my algorithm. It's because my phone's listening to me. Are you listening to me? If you are, send me the winning lottery tickets. If I pretend it's subtle, it will do it, right? Because it thinks it's spying on me. Maybe. As a Brazilian, I'm revoking the ownership. It's Italian now. The Italian butt lift. Plastic in the butt is better than plastic in the balls, I guess. Yeah. And better than putting the plastic in the ocean. You know what? Actually, you're onto something, Calm. Let us save the planet by instead of dumping plastic into the ocean, we just inject it into Z and Ali and give them really big butts. Really big butts. You know. Well, you should have notifications on perish. Are you saying perish like perish the thoughts, like keeling over in a church? Am I dumping inside? No, not dumping. You're melting down the plastic that you saved from the ocean, or you saved the ocean from, and turning it into BBL juice. Ooh, VODs. But you can save your watch streak. Does it work on mobile? As he says. May I know about it as well? I'm curious. We were talking about it the other day, Uncle. It was just about there is a new kind of thing that people are into, and it's scare arousal or something. People being scared and being into it, so it's just people dressing up as clowns. Yeah. Yola be raking Rick. Gendy, why couldn't you spell that correctly? You still broke my brain. Spell breaking correctly. Vote to change it to Italian butt lift. Okay, I'll sign off on this. I don't know how many votes we need, but I've signed off on that. I thought they were called Brazilian because it happens there, not because it was based on Brazilians, but let me know. I'm also curious to know that because I assumed like a Brazilian wax was based on the style of people that live in Brazil and how they wax themselves, right? Because, in parts of Europe, there are different waxing styles, different shaving styles. So I just assumed the Brazilian wax was just a common style within Brazilians, right? Chat, am I forming a clown fetish? We don't know until you check. False, I get notifications on all the time. Z, drag him right now. If my phone is muted, Google. Could you imagine? It's like, I can't hear you through your stream, but I can hear you on your phone, you're muted. I'm like, thank you. That sounds like Gandhi's bot though. Because Gandhi's bot will literally chime into something that happened either in the game or like in a voice chat. And somehow it's listening. Look up Loki Disturbed on Insta and on X. There you go. Both Brazilian butt lift and Brazilian wax aren't really Brazilian. Brazilian wax, for instance, is just Brazilian inspired. Is it similar to what I said though? I have something to inject in Z. Okay. As an environmentalist, I will take the sacrifice. Well, next time we see Ali on stream, Ali will be literally like this, like curvaceous figure, but I mean, not like human curvaceous, but like literally the breasts will be out here and then the butt will be like out here, like even further, right, than the breasts. And then Ali will turn to the side, right? And it'll just be like cardboard, right? Like a cardboard cut of Ali and then turn back again. It's just like all the way out here. Just inject it in and just like stack it on. The plastic hardens up. I don't know why I'm building an Ali in my head. Referencing the Obama meme, then perish. Oh. I don't know if I've seen that meme. Is it like then perish and it's like go die, then perish? Is that right? Dumping something, yeah. Brazilian wax is even more in depth. Look at us learning today. Was I right though? You killing me, Smalls, coming after chat about how things are spelled and you can't even read when it's spelled right. Look. I know what words are, Power. I just look at them and hope for the best. Oddly enough, if I misspell something, you actually read it correctly. No, it happens. Sometimes people post the Tom will put like a typo in the chat and I'll read it correctly without the typo. And then I'll look back and I'm like, yeah, there's a typo in there. But I just skipped over it and I just filled in the blank. It only works like half the time. Like I'll skip over a typo and get it right. But then when it's actually written correctly, I'll get it wrong. Maybe you guys need to just deliberately start writing in typos so I get it right. Because if you write it correctly, I'll get it wrong, right? BBL is based on our asses, sizes, and shapes. Did you submit excuse you? Angry, I didn't even say your name. What do you mean? I just clicked and you came. He's learning, folks. He's learning. Do not make this a habit. Hangry, it worked, you fat ball. Hangry, you're like a little zoo animal that I just keep poking. Emphasis on mole, yes. Hangry, we love you. Poke, poke. I got a little stick and I just poke you to make sure you're still moving. You're gonna get a bikini wax for the summer and I'm kind of scared because people stare at you for being short and hot anyways, so I guess I shouldn't care. I mean, you got to do what you want to do to make you feel comfortable, right? Regardless of what anyone else thinks or says, right, Ellie? But you should only be doing it because you want to, not because people are telling you should, right? Google Apple knowing that you're speaking, even though the microphone is muted, haunting from a security standpoint, yes. We have a robot lady, the Amazon one. We have, I don't know what it's called. It's like the home one. So it's got a big giant screen on it. She's on a big speaker. She spins around. It's got a camera on it. So she tries to follow you. So if you're talking to her in the kitchen, you're walking around the kitchen, right? She follows you so that you can see the screen, right? I'm forever like, there's a little cap on it. I'm sliding it to mute her. Because I just don't, like, sometimes I'll be sitting on the sofa talking to Mocha and she'll be like, sorry, I didn't quite catch that. And I'm like, none of us said anything that resembled your name. Why are you listening? Right? But if she hears us saying her name, means she's actually just always listening, waiting, you know, for the words to then kick in, right? Imagine how hard it would be to do yoga with that much junk in the trunk. Ali, it could make for like a really funny yoga though. Ali, maybe you should make it like a redeem where you like stuff your underwear or at least your pants with cushions, right? Just to give the appearance that you had like a really large BBL, and then you try and do the exact same yoga poses, but with these pillows stuffed down your trousers. Please, it could be, because you just be like, let me do like the boat pose, and you'll be trying to sit on the cushions, and you just like roll backwards because you actually can't sit down. I think that guy really isn't your type. I have before seen another guy who was in the clown makeup and thought, I want. So it depends on the person, uncle, not the makeup. And dyslexia. No, that's Tom. That's definitely not me. Can't read. Definitely also not me. I think like this. Imagine the hottest man you ever could think of. Imagine him in clown makeup. What do you think? Henry Cavill in clown makeup. I guess it depends what kind of clown makeup, really, right? It would have to depend. You can come to Brazil and you and Borbet can give you the double Brazilian welcome. Oh. You know, Z would definitely not turn that down. Joking the Gherkin constantly interrupted with your clicks. Hangry, I just have to make sure that your ears are listening. And you are listening. Your ears may be listening, you might not be, but that Pokemon's gone, never mind. Is it hot in here? It is hot in here, Z, but I have an excuse because I'm wearing a jumper for whatever stupid reason, and I'm sweating through my jumper. I'm not wearing anything else, but I'm still sweating through it, so it's not a great time. It is what it is. Hi, Stan. Hi, welcome in. Happy Wednesday. How are you doing? Hope your day's going well today. Then just that person on Insta. I'm not even gonna try butchering that name. Buy a butt pad, very funny. See, I think that Ali's like a one-off thing. Is like, watch me struggle to do the same yoga I normally do, just with these bodily enhancements. Because you wouldn't be able to sit on the ground. You'd just be leaning on a cushion and just roll over. It is winter here, but actually isn't that cold. Some people would probably think that our winter is an autumn or even a spring. It's just very rainy. Is the humidity coming down though? Or is the rain just making it worse? Because if it's warm and rainy, I don't like it. It has to be warm, and then the rain comes, it makes everything cold, then I can deal with the humidity. Muscular clown. Did that even work? What is a muscular clown? We're not looking at clowns today. No, we're not doing it. So my mind was like, what if we look at clowns? No, no, no. Because I'll see something we probably shouldn't look at. Give mole. Oh, but look at the little thing. Look at the, it's gone down, but look at the little thing. That one was more, oh, wait, what actually showed up? Oh, it's cute, right, Hangry? Reminds me of like a Pokemon. Did they have a mole Pokemon? That was so cute. I like all of the cute little animals. Did I have a mole Pokemon? You, thank you. Oh, Drillbur. No, that makes sense. Diglett isn't a mole though, but Drillbur looks like a mole. Diglett isn't. It was cute. I think I figured out why people think clowns sexy. Scarousal, yes. But also Harlequin from Batman. They tend to be pretty limber, and finally they give the impression that you're freak or they are freaky. I guess, yeah, no, I guess that makes sense. If they're already wearing it, they're probably a little freaky, right? And then obviously Harlequin, and then you had Margot Robbie, right, as Harlequin, right? And she's like supermodel of the world, or at least ranked like most beautiful woman. I guess there could be connotations too. But when someone says clowns, I don't think of Harley Quinn from Batman. I think of the clown from American Horror Story Freak Show. You know, the one who's got the mask on his face, and when he takes it off, his jaw's like hanging off, right? It's just blood everywhere and limbs full. You know, like, I don't think of cute, sexy people dressed up as little clowns. I think of serial killer clowns, you know? Speaking of Freak Show, hi babes, it is me, yes, Freak Show. You guys should be paying entry to look at this Freak Show, this mess that is happening right in front of you all. Hangry, are you finished pooping and working out and stuff? I think there's this really funny thing on which clowns were originally a good thing for kids, and nowadays horror clowns have completely overtaken clowns to the point there's not an actual non-iconic clown. Is that an actual non-ironic clown is the subversion. I think we, as a society, we associate clowns and think of the famous scary ones like It, or like I said, the American Horror Story one. I'm sure there's other ones in movies, shows that I probably can't remember off the top of my head, but I don't think of cute clowns. I think of scary clowns now. Oh, I tried the blue raspberry protein bar. How was it? It was different than any food you've ever consumed, I can say that. Did it just taste like chemically, like a amalgamation of different flavors that didn't need to be together, and they thought, what would be really fun? Throw this together, and they're like, nah, this is a disaster, but someone's going to eat it because there's protein on it, right? You're just stepping today. Wow, Hangry, you're such a failure. Imagine. It's a funny thing to think, yes. I mean, horror clowns were the subversion, but then nowadays, a completely good and nice clown that is cute is the subversion. I can't even think, Carm mentioned Harley Quinn. I would even consider that a clown in my head. I would just think of that something completely different. So now when I think of clown, I just think of like It. I don't think of anything cute or innocent. I'm just like murder, you know? It tasted similar to the blue Jolly Rancher, I guess, but the texture was dense, puffy marshmallow. I don't know if it's just me, but I like things like granola bars. I like things that they're kind of a little dry and they taste like you're eating cereal as a bar. If I was to bite into something that's full of marshmallows and tiny little Reese's Pieces or something, I'd be like, why have we Americanized this, right? Like, can we just not eat foods anymore? Do they always have to be filled with candies to make them marketable, you know? Like, fruits exist in life, you know? Why are we not using those? Just put fruits and stuff. You got in trouble, you want to play a game, but also just want to go to sleep. Oh, you've got trouble. I thought you did something wrong. If I go to sleep now, wake up at 2 a.m., as always, with your brain telling me we're done sleeping. Maybe you could play a game that's relaxing so that you could go to sleep whenever you want to, but you're also not making yourself more tired, right? You're not playing something that's sweaty, it's just something cozy. She's not even that good either. She's still a villain, yes. But I think people just liked her because they found her very attractive, right? The only clown I think of is Art, and, well, he does it for you. I wonder why you like art. Do you like the movie or something, Power? I don't know. Have you seen the movie? Like, have you mentioned it? I don't know if you've mentioned it before. Do you like those movies? What is Terrifier? Have you seen it before, Power? So when a game, but you don't know what. Moments. What did it block? Wait, what did it block this time? The word sexy. The word sexy. I had to add things that might show up NSFW things from the GIF thing because I don't want to get banned. Obviously. Had a kind of protein bar. I just kind of also enjoy those. I think I've had like 1 or 2 protein bars, but I just have like the breakfast ones, which is just granola stuff. But I do like peanut butter on toast. So that, to me, that's my protein stuff. Harley Quinn is technically a type of clown, kind of like a whatever that word is that I'm not going to pronounce because I'll butcher it. Solar punk, then the music is pretty soothing, right? And there's also, aside from making sure you don't, you know, get thirsty and die, it's not really that stressful, right? You think it's a different thing? I've never heard of the word, so I'm going to say yes and agree with you. You've never seen it? Something about the black and white clown suit cranks you attract. It's a great way of saying it. Power. So what I'm hearing is we should dress up as that for Halloween and you'd be happy. Terrifier is gruesome AF, yes. Gandhi, we were talking about yesterday when I was doing my list because I said that I like creature features, but just because something's gory doesn't make it like good. It doesn't mean I'm gonna enjoy it more, right? I still needed to have like a really good plot to it. Like Saw has a plot to it. A lot of Terrifier was just gore porn. Like it was just like a lot of like just violence, but it didn't really mean anything. It was just there for the people that really enjoy violence, I guess, right? I think Harley Quinn is like a Poirot, the investigator, type of clown adjacent character. Yeah. The kind of brand is good, or the kind of brand is good, because if you get the max protein ones, there's lots of protein and almost no sugar, and they have fiber. I think I'd seen those in the stores, but are those the ones that are all plant-based, or are those the ones that are all egg whites? Because I remember seeing a brand that people talked really highly of because it shows that it's got like minimal ingredients, but it's like this one has 3 egg whites in it and 10 strawberries and stuff. And I was like, I can't have any of these because they're all egg whites. Yeah. A Rick clown stream incoming. Should we do a clown stream for Halloween? A room full of other clowns or honking their horns at you would be ideal. What are you doing? Are you just sitting in the, like on a chair in the middle and they're just all around you, just honking horns? The RX one uses egg whites. Gotcha, okay. And dates and almonds. I would like to try dates because I've seen a lot of recipes including dates as like caramel substitutes because they're sweet but also healthier. But I don't know if I've tried one. Definitely don't like horror clowns because I don't like horror in general. I guess that one's an easy no for you, right? No? Ooh. Stitch is like, keep your clowns, keep your oil. So Stitchy, your biggest nightmare would be a clown oil wrestling. The kind of ones are plant-based, I think. Holding. Thinking about it, mimes are also similar to clowns, but I think they're not exactly clowns too. Well, Art the Clown is technically a mime, right? In the movies, he doesn't speak at all. Everything he does is like miming, right? Like he puts stuff out, he pulls it out of his bag, and he does the cute little gestures and stuff, and he kills them. Yeah. Bukaki, the honking the horns at you, and so you really understand. Yes, I'm visualizing this in my head, and it's so innocent and sweet for you. I like the RX ones. Of course you do. Gandhi, oh wait. I needed your help yesterday because we were talking about Huel. Oh, right. I think it was Gail said that they picked up the Huel meal replacement things. I think it's the one that you have, right, Gandhi? I think. This one is milk powder, but I think it's because it is caramel. Yes. I think a lot of flavoring is just they put milk in because that is the flavoring. In a way, every drag performer is similar to clowns as well. Mm-hmm. I think putting on a costume, lots of makeup to transform the way that you look is, you know, the clown thing. That's what clowns are, right? You're disguising your original look with makeup, right? You would cry, puke, and shit myself at the same time. Stitchy, I shouldn't laugh at that, but it'd be so funny because you'd walk into the room and you'd see all of these clowns covered in oil, right? You'd start crying, you'd be vomiting everywhere. You'd also start pooping too, and you just like you pull up your pants and run out of the room. Just all those like toots and vomit noises as you run down the hallway. People who put on a certain type of makeup to perform and entertain. Yeah, I guess that would be the other way of saying it. Definitely not what I said. Oh, yes. Are you enjoying those, Gandhi? Wait, no, Gandhi, is that what's making you unwell? I wonder if there's an actual term that encompasses entertainers like clowns and mimes or something. There might be a word that describes the aesthetic style. Maybe. Jesters and jokers are kind of related too. Yes. Though I guess the difference there would be jesters and jokers were for adults, right? Court jesters, right? The king would hire someone to entertain him and the audience, right? Whereas clowns definitely seem to be for children, like entertainers for kids. Waddle away, left or right like a penguin. It's dark chocolate ones say it doesn't list milk as an ingredient. Okay, that would make sense. Dark chocolate because normally doesn't have milk in the chocolate, right? Crying, screaming, shaking, quaking, breaking, throwing up, stomping the floor, and punching the air. That transition from like the end of the world, crying, vomiting to like a victory pose at the end of like a Final Fantasy battle, right? Jumping up and punching the air is like, congratulations, we defeat the big bad boss, you know? Maybe. And then it also told me it could be the unhealthy amount of cherries that you are eating. When you say unhealthy amount, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? Like, how many are you eating? Because yes, maybe changing up your diet and in introducing the Huel might be maybe doing that because you're introducing yourself to a lot of fiber that you wouldn't have been eating before, and fiber helps you digest your food, so you will have more frequent movements. Look at Hankry. The cherries, though, I mean, cherries are pretty acidic. You're taking the seeds out, right, Gandhi? You're not eating the seeds, right? Because those contain cyanide, right? You're not eating that because that'll make you unwell too. Even in small amounts. Stop looking at your exploding hole. Angry, it's winking at me. I can't stop looking at it. Would be the word for clowns, mimes, and shizzes. Vaudevillian. Vaudevillian. Is that correct? Power, was that right? Mind your business. Again, I'm just trying to help you. I'm just trying to help you get you off the toilet. Not the exploding hole. Yeah, no. I mean, I could be talking about Hangry or Gandhi at that point, right? Never did you feel like you understood what Vaudevillian meant? I only had a more of a less idea. It's a word I feel like I've never heard before. Command to hug toilet. Put your head in it. You'll be okay. I don't know, Gandhi. It's hard to tell if something makes you unwell and you've changed a few things in your diet. It may not happen instantly, right? If you've gone to meal replacements and those meals are designed to also supplement things you've never had in your body, because Gandhi is the perfect example of someone who frequents the SAD. Gandhi doesn't eat fiber or healthy things. Gandhi's ideal meal is chicken nuggets and chips, right? And by chips, I mean fries. So now this meal replacement is like, here is the 50% of the fiber that you should have had in your day because this is for lunch, right? And now Gandhi's body is like, what's fiber? I've never dealt with this before. Explodes, you know. Villains is a histocorial, fuck words. Yeah, it's a word used to describe a performer who worked in, where is that? A type of variety entertainment that featured a mix of unrelated acts, including clowns, mimes, acrobats, and magicians. Okay, it's a French circus, something, maybe. Taco Bell could be hell, or Korean barbecue for him. Maybe that could be the word we're looking for, or maybe another one. I don't know, tossing ideas. We like tossing ideas. A light, often comedic, theatrical piece, frequently combining pantomime, dialogue, dancing, and song. I wonder if you said that to a drag queen, would they be offended? To like reference them and put them in the same box as like a clown as an entertainer? Chicken nuggets, yeah. Did you nuke the nuggets before you ate them? In the microwave? The microwave? You bet had none. Gandhi, you need to do what Hangry does. Hangry literally has a book under his stairs for every single year, probably since he was born, or since he was skinny anyway, where he has every single meal he's ever consumed in his life, the time and date in which he ate it, right? Hangry, I'm thinking of a date. Hangry, okay, my birthday, 13th of January, 2010. Hangry, what did you eat? Tell me right now. It's called being hot and tracking your macros. Right, okay. Go on, Hangry. Tell me. I'm really curious to know what you had on my birthday in 2010. I think that's what I said, 2010, right? Tell Wolf Daddy he needs to take the cocktail before he comes over to party with you. The cocktail is in the medication, right? I roll. Ludo, I'm lazy in a sense that I track some of my macros, but the concept of writing them down. Shame he let himself go, really. I love how you say that every single time. Doesn't get old. Though that one encompasses magicians and acrobats as well, which are different. The person who put on certain makeup and look and outfit to form as a character, thing that we're thinking. Right, I mean, I guess if you were at a circus, the acrobats may also have makeup on. I don't know if the magicians do, right? But maybe back when that term was used, maybe they all did look like that. Some drag queens even actually call themselves clowns, and some of them actually clowns in addition to being drag too. Yeah, like Jimbo, the clown, right? Love Jimbo. I didn't track in 2010, you fool. Wow, okay. Hangry, when did you start? What year did you start? Your door will be padlocked. There's one called Jimbo the drag, yes, literally, the drag clown. Yes, I love Jimbo. Great, big fan, love Jimbo. You can technically make a chicken palm with chicken nuggets. Don't tell that to Gandhi because he will make that his personality. Jimbo's hilarious, yes. You keep thinking then for sure. I'm sure one of you will figure out the correct word for us, right? Bianca says she's a clown. Honestly, and I've said this before, as much as the beauty pageant queens are kind of iconic, I always prefer the comedy ones. Just because I myself like comedy, and I just think people that are witty and funny in the moment, they're fun. They that resonates with me more. I just like to see it. It makes for great entertainment. Chapel also considers herself a drag queen, and she's done many clown looks as well. Oh no, not the trigger word. Hangry's gonna start. Bologna. Yes, Bologna. Gandhi, is that what you ate? Is that what made you sick? Gandhi, whilst we're searching for the correct word for these clowns and whatever, we're also trying to figure out what happened to, what Gandhi ate, what happened to him. We're just put on some eyeliner. He could also be considered a clown. I mean, you might not be wrong. I could be a clown, couldn't I? I mean, you laugh at me, not with me though, right? You've not had Bologna in like 10 years. Maybe you should have some. Triggered by a celebrity who cries about being a celebrity. Yes. Hangry, stop talking about yourself. Do you think Kylie crawls into her limo and cries about the paparazzi? Always I mean, with you, yes. With me. Laugh with me. Definitely not at me, because I can't read or spell or type. Yeah. And I'm so rich and famous. No, please. No, please. Don't take photos of me in public. Yeah, exactly. Paparazzi by Lady Gaga. Yeah, no, it's Lady Gaga actually doing it. I saw. So Chapstick Moan was on the red carpet taking photos, and Lady Gaga was in the audience, and she tried to take a photo of her, and she said, "Smile, bitch!" And Chapstick Roan, she threw her French fries at her. She reached into her clutch bag, McDonald's French fries sponsored. She grabbed them, fist of them, and threw them at Lady Gaga's face. That's how she got cancelled. And then Britney was there too. She had a baby in her lap. It was really cute. I mean, I don't hate them. Any of them. I think they're all pretty iconic. I was not aware of this. It hasn't happened yet. That's why. Wait. Me when I lie. It hasn't happened yet, okay? It will happen next week. You'll believe in what Rick says way too much. It's because I'm so serious and I never lie. So when I do lie, it's clearly so believable. I was like, I know I stay away from the news, but damn, could you imagine? Honestly, it sounds like something she would do. Look, if Lady Gaga, Lady Gaga would probably not say smile bitch, but if Chapstick Bone did throw French fries at my face, I wouldn't be mad. And you look so proud of it. Look, I can say it with like the most serious expression. I can believe it myself if I have to. Hi, Tristan. I welcome in. Thank you for checking in. How are you doing? I'm I, I I'm gonna go on Wikipedia, and I'm gonna make up a feud on Wikipedia. I'm gonna put it on Lady Gaga's page, and I'm just gonna date it for like next week. And I'm gonna say the start of the feud with Chapstick Roan Chapel Roan. And I'll literally write it out like that happens. Chapel has actually said she's a Gaga fan, and Gaga has actually talked about liking Chapel too. Yes, I believe she had said she was the inspiration of, right? I would catch all of the french fries perfectly in my mouth in one swift movement, leaving the crowd stunned. You'd be like those bulldog slow motion videos, right, where they move their face, right, and they got little like droopy lips, you know, and they're like flapping in the wind. That'd be you, but catching all the fries as they come in. Excuse me, when is Gandhi reviewing? Gandhi said he was reviewing, I think, next week, right? I think. Chinese ordered, be here around 50 minutes from now. Chinese food. Chinese food and game night. Sorry, Hangry, I didn't mean to click again. But if you're there, hi. Song request, Joshua Tree by Demi. Joshua Tree. Okay, I was being really lazy. I just typed the letter J, and I hoped it would come up. I was like, please manifest what I need right now. Just typing the letter J, hoping for the best. I having Chinese too. What are you having from the Chinese power? Gandhi, I've added your song. It'll play after this one. I don't see what Chapel is doing. I just like her music. Actually, no, this isn't a hot take. I liked when she rose to fame and her music like Pink Pony Club and whatever the other one is, and Hot to Go. I like that. And then she's released her new music and I don't like it. I said what I said. Like, I like the old stuff. It was like really gay and fun. And it was her talking about being a lesbian, and she's like, I've got a wand and a rabbit. And she means a rampant rabbit. And, it's funny, right? It's cute. She's leaning into her lesbianism. And then she got this like new stuff. And I'm like, it isn't bop as much, you know? It was a DBD match. So sorry if someone said hi and I didn't see it. Hi, Z. How was your match? Did you win? We're just screaming at you now. Well, I had for a Sunday. So not Friday, it'll be on Sunday you'll be reviewing it. Gotcha. She got away. Yes. That's the Subway one, right? DJ, I think I tried to listen to it like one time and I was like, I don't know if I like this because I liked her old stuff. And by her old stuff, I mean the stuff that came out 5 years ago when she wasn't popular. You're having Mongolian beef while wearing a vegan hoodie. Would you like to borrow this one whilst you eat it? You can have it if you want. It's a little warm and sweaty though, because I'm wearing it and I'm warm and sweaty. As far as I remember, the only stuff that she released nowadays is The Giver, which is a country adjacent song, and Subway, which is kind of like mid-tempo. I think so. Those are two that I heard and I didn't like them. I just liked her old stuff. I don't think your tiny little hoodie would fit you. You can still have it if you want. You can try. If you'd like to. Good Luck Babe is my favorite. See, that's the one that I heard first. Good Luck Babe. And then I heard Pink Pony Club. And then that one overtook. And I was like, I like that one more. Hated Hot to Go. Yeah. I hated it. We were at TwitchCon, first year at TwitchCon, and it was playing and everyone was performing to it and it kept playing in the clubs. And I was like, I don't even know the lyrics to it because I haven't been listening to it because I don't like it. Now, I actually don't mind it. But for some reason, I didn't like it at first. They're still about being in love with a girl, but they're not dance pop like the ones before. Maybe I'm just shallow and basic, and I do like my music a little dance poppy. It could fit on your thigh. There you go. You can have it if you want. What's Good America has me in a chokehold. Is that Slater's new album? Slater's new album, right? I think. I want to say yes, but now I'm not 100% sure. What's Going America? It is Slater's new album. Yeah, okay. I thought it was. Well, yes, I thought it was. I'm like, I think it was, but I couldn't be sure. I am actually really enjoying the album. Literally the whole album, and it keeps playing. I have them come up on my shuffle because I just love them. Literally, should we put Crank on? Because I do get so gay off that tequila, so let's put it on. Because why not? Thank you for reminding me. I put it on after this one. What's funny is that before she released the album, that are Hot to Go, Pink Pony, and the likes, she actually was making more sad Lana Del Rey like music from what I heard. Maybe that's why I didn't care for that either. Gandhi likes Lana Del Rey or something. I can do like sad music if it's good music, right? She should have stuck to the Lana. Of course you would say that. Gandhi, I'm sorry that you're like sad, like depressed and stuff. But some of us like boppy music. Then she moved to the dance pop sound for that album. Now, I'm like a huge Lady Gaga stan. I love Lady Gaga. You know I love Pink, love Lady Gaga. I like her punk rock music, right? Then I liked her art pop era. If she was to just release like a really sad girl album, I probably wouldn't like it. I wouldn't, unless it was like somehow really sad but had a great beat to it. I'd be like, yeah, you know. Do you like Princess of Power? Was that another one of hers Slaughter songs? If not, I have no idea. I don't feel like it doesn't ring a bell. Marina, Marina, Cantissimo. No, I feel like I don't know that one. This is why Baby's new album slaps is sad girl dance pop. She literally has a song called Sad Girls, right? And it's about how sad girls don't leave the club until the end, right? It's a pop song. It's sad. Well, the lyrics are sad. But you can turn it up full volume and just like blow your neighbors away, you know? Joanne was pretty different. It wasn't dance pop at all. It was like American and country inspired. Yes. And I will admit that it wasn't my most favorite. I listened to it. There it is. I get so gay off that tequila. There's still some songs in it that are dancey, even if not electronic. I do like that she stays true to the what she likes, right? Even if she tries to dabble. She even did the what was her jazz album called? I can't remember it now. She did with like a Tony Bennett or whatever his name was, right? Her Psycho album would be so good, would either be Dance Until We Die or Slashing the Wrist, Sacrifice to Her. Yeah, it really would have to depend on the beat, right? If she went back to her like punk rock era, right? Like Born This Way, all that kind of stuff. Like if it was that, sounded like that with sad lyrics, that could be really hot, right? It just has to be like this, like boppy like this. Having Mistakes by Gaga is underrated. There's a song called Having Mistakes. There's a Pokemon chat. Did I press that? Yes, I did. I did there. In a way, Chromatica was actually very sad lyric-wise, even if the beats were upbeat. Gaga's done 3 jazz albums, actually. 3? I'm sure I know some of them. One of them. Maybe. I also don't mind jazz music. It really depends on the beat. There's even country songs that I like, because I like the beat. 3 too many. Hank was like, I don't want to hear this. Thank you. Cheek to Cheek, that's the one I remember. Yes. Love for Sale, both with Tony Bennett and funny enough, Harlequin, which is, oh, wait, from the movies? Yeah, I definitely know that one. Listen to Die with a Smile, the Requiem version, she fixed it. Ow. Is it on the Spotify? Oh, I can't skip this song. I have to put after this one. Is it not on the Spotify? Those on Ray. I like Ray. Gandhi hates the Where the hell is my husband? Your husband is coming. I love it. I like electro swing. I can vibe with anything as long as it just sounds good, which is a bad way of saying it, but I could listen to something and it doesn't make me want to get up and kind of vibe to it. And then I'm like, meh. You know, sometimes it just isn't getting the juices going. Harlequin is a little bit different than the Joker soundtrack. There are 2 songs that are original. Gotcha. I feel like I skipped all of them just because I didn't watch the movies. Requiem version was supposed to come out, but not sure if it has. Yeah, I typed it in. I can see like, it's not her. It's just someone else who's done like a remix of a song and it just happens to be in the title, but I don't think it is her song. I mean, you do have a husband. Exactly. Where the hell is my husband? Ordering Chinese food. But the song is great. Gandhi doesn't like it. I'm not actually sure why. I don't think he said why he doesn't like it. But I think it's really gay. I'm putting it on. I'm putting it on. I'm putting it on. Gandhi, you're supposed to be working anyway, okay? You're supposed to be working. I'm putting it on because it's fun. Grandma, how's work going? You didn't watch the movies either. I don't know anyone who has watched it to tell me you should watch this, you know? Have you heard Mayhem Requiem? I don't think I have. I don't think I have at all. If it's honestly, if it's not on Spotify, I've most definitely not watched it, heard it. You know, if something's on YouTube, I'm just gonna assume it's fake, right? Because I'm like, why isn't it on your streaming service? You know? I did a song called A Gay Last Month, on which I was looking for songs made by queer movies. And they're not this month, they were only last month. It's great, I love that whole dark industrial vibe that she did. Where would I find this if I was to potentially pursue it and go to listen to? I love how I've got Wikipedia open because I was gonna write that made up story on the Wikipedia. It is nice, but I guess I just don't care for Die With a Smile. I think the original one was overplayed, so is this one better than the original one? If I'm sure you're an Apple person, you can watch on Apple TV. Power, no, I'm not an Apple person, in the slightest. I'm like, I hate Apple. I'm like, I laugh at people with Apple products. I mock them. I spit on them in the streets. Heard music from other people, like Hot and Freddie Mercury. Gandhi, your song's playing. Oh no, don't spit on me. Hanky would enjoy that too much. I'd hate that. Please never do such a thing. Through Gaga, she likes them apparently. Gotcha. I mean, if you talk about Freddie Mercury, I like him too. Literally the only place to see it because it was the Apple... Oh, it's a concert. Gotcha, okay. Then I don't think I'd be able to watch it. Pepsi or Coke? See, I like both. But I do get... Oh, actually, at the moment we have Coke in the house just because the grocery store always only seems to have one or the other. I would choose Pepsi Max over like the sugar-free Coke one. I don't even know what the... Is it just... No, it's not Diet Coke. Whatever the sugar-free one is, right? I always get the sugar-free one of either one, but I prefer the Pepsi one. Pepsi Zero or Pepsi Max. If you're in the UK, it's called that. My ears, they're bleeding. This is a great song. What do you mean? What do you mean? Also, hello, Kitsu Cortez. Hi, welcome in. How are you doing? I watch it on YouTube in bits and portions. Oh, maybe I'll find it on YouTube. Like their song, Femme Hysteria. Gasp. Hi there, gasp. Femme Hysteria and Freaks from, is it Hot? Like Haute Couture? Haute Couture? And Freddie were pretty good. Mean. What do you mean? Vanilla Coke. Is that like a flavor that Coke released? I do like this song, actually. I also like this song. Good artists, bad songs, like Sabrina and Please, Please, Please. That one was very overplayed, honestly. Whenever I think of Sabrina, I think of espresso. I think it's espresso. And tuning into every Z stream and him just randomly saying, I'm working late because I'm a singer. And he would say it like every single stream. And that's all I think of. I'm laying there in bed trying to think of Z. And all I hear in my head is, I'm working late because I'm a singer. And I'm like, wow, Z, you've just ruined my mental image of you and your ZBL. It's like oats, like haute couture, haute couture. I feel like I've heard people say it before, and now I'm like, I don't know. Cancel this streamer. Cancel him right now, right this second. He's literally wearing a jumper that says vegan on it. Isn't that so disgusting and despicable? You've never had vanilla Coke. I think I've tried it before. I just don't think I've seen it in the stores. I think someone had one and I tried it. I think. I know I used to have the, I think it was the raspberry Pepsi. I think I remember having. Your husband is coming. I missed it again. Really kind of get to Sabrina, honestly. I'm fine with her music, but I don't think I've heard anything from her that actually excited you. I think I might just be old. All of these new music artists, these pop artists, they're showing up and I hear their stuff and I'm like, these all sound the same. As Pink Pantheress comes on. And I'm like, most of their music plays and I don't know the difference between them, right? What's a Tate McRae? And why is she different to an Ava Max? Like, they're all the same woman. Like, they just make the same song. They have the same voice. They sound the same. Like, I'll be like on Instagram, people like, oh my God, I got tickets to see Tate McRae. And I'm like, a what? Like a who? Just go see someone else. It's the same concert, isn't it? Those two can leave, right? Like, I don't know who they are. Their songs come on and I might hear them. I'll hear them like a Ganny stream. And I'm like, I couldn't tell you who this artist is because I don't, when I hear the voice, there's nothing in the voice that is them, if that makes sense, right? You know, when you hear a music artist and they have like a way of saying something or a very slight difference in the way that they sing, you're like, I know who this is. I could recognize their voice. And then you have the copy paste TikTok girlies that they just copy each other's voices, right? There's that one guy that did that one song with Justin Bieber. What's his name? The New Zealand guy that literally grew up listening to Justin Bieber and literally replicated his voice when he sings. Kid Laroi, right? His name is, right? Kid Laroi. He literally just sounds like Justin Bieber because he was inspired by him and he just made his voice sound the same. And I'm like, okay, but I hear your music and you sound like Justin Bieber. Just a young version of. You can tell Ava Max and Tate McRae apart at least, but I keep mixing up Tate McRae, Addison Rae, and Madison Beer. Who thought this was a great idea for them to all have the same name? That part too. I couldn't tell you any of their songs. No clue. Dua Lipa, who? Those are the same person. They are. They're the same one, the same single woman with 3 different music labels, right? The names are very similar. It's not like back in the day when a Christina, Britney, and Barney, and you knew who they were when they said Barney, the purple dinosaur? Barney the purple, but yeah, I see your point though. Christina and Britney sound extremely different, right? You know, and then you have Madonna and Kylie Minogue. They are the same person. They sound identical, right? They sound like the same person. So maybe that's what their inspiration was. Right, yeah, see the purple dinosaur. There's a quest in chat if anyone wants to join. Feel free to. What? Hello, Hangry. Was it the insult or the clicking? Time to get those ears checked, Grandpa. That one I'm just winding Hangry up. Because he's obsessed with Kylie for whatever reason. Tate, Madison, McBeer, Ray. Please. I'm copying that so I can make that as like an alt Twitter account. And I'm just going to put like, I'm just going to take their photos from Instagram and just post them on the same account. Just their selfies and just post them with no like description or anything, just on the same account. And people in the comments can try and guess which one it is. You're a skank. Thank you. Kylie's a goddess. You better stop whilst you're ahead. What if I don't want to be ahead? Castle. I do like Kylie. I'm not biased. I do. Here's another perfect example. This is Olivia's new album. She just sounds like the rest, right? Oh, here we go. Let's put some Katy Perry and Kanye West on. They're literally both cancelled. Yet the music sounds better than most shit does. So whatever. I'll listen to my cancelled music then. I do like Zara Larson. I feel like Pink Pantheress too. I've actually stopped to listen to more of her music. Yeah, I feel like the only ones I've heard is like the one song that was just on a second ago, right? Yep, I'm just like, skip this one. Hey, I like this one. Kitty who? Katy Perry. The one that went into space that one time and dragged her face across someone's vagina. Wait, no, the other way around. Vagina across someone's face, you know? This is a hot song. I love this. I don't know her. Who is this? Who this be? She doesn't even go here. She threw a match hard. She threw a match hard recently, like a game, like a sports game. I was like, skip. You don't like this song? I think this is a great song. This album was actually not this one specifically, but her old music was great. I love this album. This era of Katy Perry, I absolutely used to love. I had it on my Xbox, I think. To vibe with it. Also, hi Wolf Daddy, meeting's over. Who are we putting on after this? This is my DJ just trying to pick songs. Who are we putting on after this? Also, that being said, Ariana Grande's new album comes out in like 30 days. 28 days, I think. Just out here doing everything to get cancelled today. I am. I'm trying my hardest at this point. I love this song, but I loved it even more when Pentatonic... am I saying that right? Yes. The a cappella group. I like them. Well, it finally happened. I'm getting a recommended farting on Instagram. Oh, corn. As in, you're actually saying corn, the food, right? The sing-off. Oh, we like a sing-off. Wolfda, can you sing for me? The one who got away does go hard, though. Yes. There is a lot of her old stuff that was good, right? It's just the newer stuff that I feel like it doesn't hit the same way. There's this 2000s era pop music like this. I don't know what it is about the way that it was done. Maybe it was the beat or something. A lot of music sounded similar to this, but it just reminds me of maybe like my childhood, maybe the summers, maybe it was this like the fun vibes. I don't know. You should do karaoke at Texas Con. I don't think any of us can sing, so that would be awful. I think Zara Larson technically isn't new. No, she's been in a lot of stuff. She's been like a featured artist in a lot of music. So I guess her being her own artist and having people feature on her stuff is what's new. So people are looking at her like she's a new artist. But there's definitely a lot of songs that we all heard summers ago where she was on. The Days of Rihanna and Kesha. Yes. Kesha. Was it her Animal album? Kesha Animal? I think it was Animal. Animal, yes. I had Animal. I had that album. I had it on my Xbox 360. So I would have been in high school. I would have been playing through like the Fable series, Fable 2, Viva Pinata. Listen to that album on repeat. Perfect, right? Yeah, she's been an artist, but blew up recently. Yeah. I guess like Baby Rexha, right? She's now doing her own stuff. She is the main artist blowing up, but she's been on music before. A lot of David Guetta stuff. Midnight Sun blew up. Yes, I think that is. Yeah, Midnight Sun was, I think, the one that just shot her up there, but she was like the featuring artist on a lot of music. You've seen Zara in concerts twice. Was it her own concert, doing her own stuff? Also, hello, gal. How's your day going? Yeah, I'll leave this on. I like this. This is working with my like 2000s vibe. First with Tate McRae and then by herself. Oh no. What is a Tate McRae? Who is that? Gal, who's that? We're just talking about how we don't know the difference between these music artists. Baby Rexha literally did everything she could in every genre till something stuck. Power, you're making me work today. Yes, you are right, because she's done country music. She's done like EDM, she's done dance. She's just done like pop ballads. And then her new album, she's just literally touched on a lot. Ricky, you know, I do know of these people, but I couldn't tell you one song that they've done. And I also, if you lined them all up in a row, I couldn't tell you which one is which. Because I don't know their faces. What's funny is people will go and call these people industry plants when like they've been making music, they've been trying constantly. I think I see it on Instagram, like people just saying like industry plant on stuff. It's just unfunny people that have picked up talking points, right? They just see someone else say it, so they say it too. They don't know what it means, but they just think, oh, this is like a really funny insult to use right now, right? So they just use it all the time. Actually, a super nice person. I was working at a cashier at a local grocery store, and I was really tired one evening when she came in to buy some stuff and some plus 18 wares. Didn't recognize her, no makeup, just in sweats. Asked for ID, checked the age, not the pitch, and no name. And after she left, my boss told me off for asking for her ID. But you would have got in trouble if you didn't ask for her ID too. Right? There's no exceptions. She's amazing. Revolving door. You're a revolving door. Jesus, Chianti. She's Swedish, yes. The day I give bits is the day I make people work for them in stream. I just don't try spelling those days. That's okay, Power. You can make me work for it. Rick is an industry plant. Yes, right. Because that would work, wouldn't it, Gandhi? Not that I'm always trying to cancel myself. I'm also white and British, so definitely not an industry plant in the slightest. Most cancelable just for where I was born. Thank you. People think quick fame equals industry plants. That too. You could also say that just someone coming from TikTok would be an industry plant, right? And that just means the brain rotters liked your music first. And if you can keep the attention of someone with a 3-second attention span, you're probably winning. But with that said, white and British, and well, like a hoo-hoo, like it's a thing. It happens, right? There is a small chance white, British, and a hoo-hoo, it's fine. Throw me under the bus, I don't mind. It works. She was super chill with your question. I think she realized I was really tired. Also, maybe not everyone just recognizes celebrities in public, right? Like I was literally just saying, I don't know what, Madison Ray Beer, Tate McRae, Rodrigo would look like in person. They could walk right up to me in public and I'm like, I have no clue who you are, right? Like, I don't know. You could tell me you're Imagine Dragons. I don't know what you look like. I've heard your music. Cascada, love your music. If I saw you in person, would I recognize your face? No. Why? Because I don't stalk you on Instagram. I have a life. Kind of. A little. I just don't have the time to recognize everybody's faces, okay? They call it vogue-bullery, words that just become in vogue, and then people will use it because it's trendy, including some who don't know what it means, until the word is stretched beyond recognition. And then it gets to the point where people just drop the word because it's used so much and it means nothing, right? Uncle, weren't we talking about this when we're talking about... we were playing House Flipper one time, and you were telling us about I think it was the term bara, and then people just use it to describe any man in like comics now, right? Or, and you were saying that it's just a uselessly used term that it's lost all meaning. It's just big man now. And they even said that people who didn't have quick fame, just a person I just heard of now and never heard of before, like, Baby Rexha. I wouldn't recognize most Swedish artists if I was working. I don't care who you are. Just show me your ID if you look young, Yeah. I mean, it's almost insulting if you didn't ask for ID. I think I'm the most cancelable. People are brainwashed over you. I'm the one with the hate. Brainwashed over you? What does that mean, Getty? I'm the one with the hate club. Or as Jelly says to me, bounce on it. The Imagine Dragons guy is hot. You'd recognize. No, face I wouldn't. And there's also multiple Imagine Dragons people. There's the lead singer, but it's also a band. You saw Gandhi and Hankry. But Gandhi would also be unrecognizable in person. Tate, Madison, McBee-Ray. It's just too many people to keep up with. Okay. Zara, you know what she looks like. She has a fantastic smile, and her vibe is well sunshine. Gal, are you an industry plant? Are you Zara Larson? Take off the wig. Show me who it is right now. Why are you saying such nice things? It's so famous. You just can't keep track of anyone else who's famous. That's what it is. Yeah. Like Mariah Carey. You know that one interview where they asked Mariah Carey, like, do you know this celebrity? She's like, I don't know who she is. Obviously she does, but she doesn't care enough about people, right? What was the other one? Avril Lavigne being asked about Britney's album, right? Because they thought there was going to be like some spicy drama or something. She's like, oh, I actually really like that third song on her new album, right? And it's like, obviously that was her saying, it's like, I am a fan, right? But you clearly want me to be bad. You want to be Mariah one day? I think we should all be Mariah one day. Please just put me on ice and don't wait till Christmas. Zara does strike me as a pretty nice person, though of course I don't know her personally. That could just be media reception though, right? Just because someone looks sweet and innocent doesn't mean they actually are a nice person, right? And then just someone that might look burly and mean may be the nicest person, right? I know that when I'm like scrolling Instagram, I'll see like the most intimidating goth dommy mummy woman, right? And then she starts speaking and she's like, oh my god, I love everyone, you're all so amazing, I support all of you. And I'm like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. I was literally expecting you to tell me to die, right? Just because you look intimidating doesn't mean you are intimidating, right? Okay, girl, I'm gonna go to sleep because I think you'll be chatting until you rage out. Found the sound clip I want either now before I sleep or tomorrow before stream. Good night or have a good time zone, Stitchy. I appreciate you being here. Please go get lots of sleep. Go take care of yourself. And yes, let me know what you want. If you don't know what you want, just send me a message on Discord to let me know you've redeemed it, and then we can, we can work on something. Guess I'm not important enough to be stalked. Wolf Dad, you don't need to be stalked when you are the stalker. With one knuckle out, yes. I'm gonna need to see your playlist, sir, if you don't know any of these artists. A gal, I haven't liked songs. I could somehow send you the playlist, yes. If you want. Like a little red flag emote. I could show you my playlist and it actually doesn't include those people. You can't stalk the alpha wolf, right? See? I think it was that talking about bar originated from Japanese genre of gay media, and then it started being used to refer to gay art with the style of Berlin. Yes, I think that was something along those lines, right? And it's now just used for everything. It's like he's already stalking you, delicious mocha prey. He looks like prey. Doesn't really go anywhere. Serena was pretty chill. Her friend was giggling because I thought I asked for the ID, but she really didn't mind. Probably nice not to be recognized all the time and treated like a normal person. I guess. But I don't know, maybe it's just me because I would just assume by default, even if you did know them, you're supposed to still ask, right? Like, if your manager was watching or your boss or whatever, and they just trained you on asking everyone that looks under the age of 40 for their ID, and you're like, oh my God, celebrity, I know who you are, I'm fangirling, I'm not gonna ask for your ID. Then they'd be like, you didn't do your job, right? You gave them preferential treatment because they're a celebrity, right? You didn't do your job. Because you knew who they were, right? Like, you did the right thing asking still. I think a word that went through that too is himbo. People just throw that word around now. Right, look at Hankry. People say I look mean, yet I am a teddy bear. I think a lot of people are teddy bears. No one actually is mean. Just Gandhi is. Judging a book by its cover, yeah. Just like we judge Gandhi. Zara seems like a progressive person at least. I remember talking about pretty progressive stuff. Though that definitely is the more common trend though, right? You made it home. Welcome home, Gunkle. Where did you go? Why did you leave? Who said you could leave? Hi. Hi, Gunkle. I ordered food whilst I was too hungry, and I ordered way too much. Now I'm gonna have a huge food baby. Kaz, you sound like me. With Chinese food, right? We literally order 4 dishes. There's, 2 dishes each. Like 2 extra portions of rice. 2 extra lo mains, right? I will eat it. I will get about halfway through my first meal and be like, this is too much food, but, People who say you have the resting bitch face, and they are correct. He's just avoiding wrinkles. Even word for E-type, if anyone knows what that is, and honestly not a decent person privately, and definitely not a good boss, very rude, self-centered, and inconsiderate. We could do without that waste of oxygen. Rothy, tell us how you really feel. Do it again. It's probably nice to be treated normally, and she does look pretty young, actually. Never heard of that person. Apparently for the better. I have no clue what that is either. A butthole. Where, Hangry? Where? I'm listening. Mocha, are you at home? Mocha, can you hear me? I'm gonna start clicking for Mocha too. Hi, Gunkle. Thank you for checking in. I appreciate you. How are you doing? Welcome home. You had a lunch that ran so long, it was almost dinner. Quite much lunch. Were you eating something? Were you working? Or were you working the street corner? It was a big name in the 90s, did some hits, but now sexism alone is just too much. Gotcha. I don't think the name rings a bell at all. What if it's the opposite, the resting approachable face, on which people think you're approachable when you are not? I don't know. What do I have? Do I look approachable or not? Because I'm not. Like, you're gonna make me very uncomfortable. He's going to hit you. Who is? Me? Or Mocha? No, I just heard him come in through the front door. I don't think the Chinese is here already, but I could hear the dogs running up and down the hallway. Hello, Josh. Hi, welcome in. Thank you for checking in. How are you doing? Hello, Tom. Josh, you caught an Entei. Oh, great Pokemon. I look kind of approachable because sometimes random people will come to me and talk about stuff randomly. I guess that's a compliment though, right? Is it my home? Check it out. The newer model of what, Gandhi? You're older than me. Josh, a change in the market will benefit your specific set of skills. We like that. Eating whilst working, it was a meeting with a client. Oh, okay. I wasn't actually sure if if the quote marks was meaning something else, Hello, Tom. Hello, Tom. Thank you for that fart. You smell delicious. I can barely hear you over all the commands. Right, Josh, that's Tom for you. Tom's like, I know I ignored you all stream. I checked in at the beginning and left, but now I'm going to be really loud. Hello, Tom. Gonko, thank you for the lurk. You look British, not approachable at all. Do I look British? I am curious. Like, you can be honest. I won't cry much. When you're angry, I just look tired. Maybe that's because you look disappointed when you're angry, and you could also look tired. Very approachable. I'll take what Gal said. There you go. Tom's like, I'm lurking now. I'm leaving. Wow. Haven't you been lurking this the whole time? You would think. Hello, Sir Britty Rick. Hello, Tom. How are you doing? How was your TikTok stream? Heard that Ariana Grande has a resting, worried face. She looks like she's constantly worried about something. Maybe she is. Maybe she's just like Gal and she left, I said Gail, and left the cabbage in the oven for 3 hours. Leaves. Tom, I'll ask you a question, you can't leave. Tom does it be two all the time, pounces in before you even get to say hello and then leaves. Right. Tom literally came in here and I think got third, right? Maybe. Yeah, I think Tom got third. And then actually didn't answer any of my questions when I said hello. Gal, I'm like throwing hands and catching strays at this point. You didn't do anything, not yet. Hi, Ajeris. Hi, welcome in. Thank you for checking in. How are you doing? Ajeris, I have a question for you. Do I look approachable or intimidating? Like, if you were lost, like if you didn't have a map and you didn't know where you were, and I was walking down the street, would you like try and stop me and be like, hey, can you like point me to the direction of like the grocery store or something? Or would you be like, oh, I won't ask him, he looks scary. Right, super rude. Tom is rude. Had to leave to do my last ever Pride live. That was yesterday. Why did you do it today? How do we get a title? I feel like a pleb. If you look at the channel points, there is it's I think it costs 100. And you could just type in what you want and it'll update it for you. Food is here, but it will stay warm, so no rush. Okay, Mocha, I did wonder where you went because I heard the dogs up and down the hallway, which implied that you were probably out the door. I would ask, I ain't scared. Now I don't know if you're just brave or if I'm still not intimidating. But totally stop you and ask for direction and do some super awkward flirting. Rothy would be like, behind the ear, hello. Oh, come here often. There's a Pokemon chat. What's Eevee? Feel free to. I feel like I would be intimidated by everyone regardless. Not because they look intimidating, but because I'm an awkward person that I myself would feel intimidated. Not because of what they look like, just because I'm awkward, you know? Are you dying or something? This was Tom's last stream ever. So saying that people need to ask men for directions. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. You need to ask me for directions because I definitely know where I'm going. Definitely. Put it in the microwave on full until Rick finishes. Tom, don't be disgusting. Don't put food in the microwave. Cook it. The dogs were tearing up the Peru gear, so that's now fun or no fun? Mocha, that's your fault for leaving that all on the floor. Were you raised in a barn? Unfortunately not. It's the walk sassy or not. Oh, okay. No. I don't think I walk sassy. I walk on the treadmill a lot, so I think I walk kind of heavy-footed, like stomping. There might be some signs. Oh no, not the Peru gear. The Peru gear. You in the bathroom as I shave my everything. Oh, it's Thursday for you, isn't it, Hangry? Right, yeah. Hangry, why is Thursday your full body shave day? Is there something that specifically happens on a Friday? Sassy. We like being a little sassy. Pixar didn't happen, right? Said a woman can't give people directions. Wow, live on stream. Yes, that's definitely what I said. Well, I was the one offering the directions. I'm not a woman, uncle. I was saying that if Ajeris saw me on the street, would they stop and ask for directions? I'm a man, I think, last time I checked. Saying you can ask me for directions, I won't be able to help though. Pixar, it didn't happen. Shaving the Bell. Yeah, calm down, boys. I do not know. I know, I am curious why Thursday specifically, because, you know, I do my hair and my beard on Mondays just because it's the start of the week. Thursday is like a very specific day. Peru means turkey, the animal, in Portuguese. Interesting. So you've got turkey now spelt differently, and then you've got Peru, which is also turkey. Interesting. Friday OnlyFans Day for Hangry. Yes, that's what I'm thinking in my head. There's no other reason. I think because I didn't want to do anything on Friday. Makes sense. Do it all before Friday, so Friday and the weekend are relaxing. It sometimes uses slang for the penis as well. So someone says, do you want to see my Peru? That's what they mean. You shave on Thursdays after work. Do you not work on Fridays, gal? Because that's the logic I'm thinking. You don't work on Fridays. So you're like, if I do it Thursday after work, I have to do anything on Friday, and then you have the whole weekend too. In Portuguese, turkey is turquia. Turquia? Are we pronouncing the U in that? So this is another song of hers that I actually didn't hate, though I think a lot of people did. I don't hate it. I think it's cute. Also, I realized we only have like 20 minutes left and we didn't even look at food on Reddit. We just gossiped and chatted the whole stream. And I'm okay with it because this is much more fun to me. It's like having a podcast, but I have to talk to myself. I just talk to you. You do work on Friday, but I don't like being home on a Friday night. Oh, okay. So you don't go home, shave, get ready and stuff. You do it all in preparation so that on Friday I assume you probably just come home, shower, and just leave immediately, right? Without having a fuss. I like this one. This was good. I guess the uncle just doesn't like Katy Perry. I think these are good songs. Though maybe there's just nostalgia to me, even though this might be like, I don't know, 2012, 13. It just reminds me of summers, right? I like how that swap between the video to the audio, and I've got to swap it back again. 2013 was this album. I was close. It just reminds me of summer, you know? It is so weird that she went with a Pharaonic Egypt theme for the music video. It is. It is, isn't it? Considering it's called Dark Horse. You only go home to shower and change clothes on Fridays. Gal, it's like I'm learning all about you. Tell us more. Then what happens? Where do you go? What do you do on a Friday? Do you go to any pool parties? I used to actually really like her music, but honestly, over time, I just soured on her. That's valid too. Sometimes it's just like a music artist, they just, their music just drops later on, and then you just don't care for her old stuff or their old stuff either, right? There's a few artists that I feel I like their older stuff and then their newer stuff. I'm like, I don't care for it. So yeah, I'll go back and listen to old stuff. But if this new stuff plays, I'm like, meh. Beyonce is a great example for that. Cancel me. I like Beyonce. I liked her old stuff. I liked it when it was soul music. The new stuff is this new kind of like pop era stuff, which I don't like as much for her because I think she has a great voice. You with Lana. You with Lana as well. So everyone's like, I liked Lana's old stuff, but not her new stuff. Fridays are my movie nights with your friend. You go, okay, you go to one. Okay, gotcha. So if today's Wednesday, do you know what you're seeing on Friday? Did you already tell me what you're seeing on Friday? To the point where I'm kind of turned off on her music too, which makes sense, yeah. I just like Walking on Air by her, but I don't really actively listen to it anymore, yeah. I think after the whole, her doing the TikTok, no wait, the Fortnite dance with the backpack kid and the whole shark thing, I just found her like really cringy, right? She was like clinging on for the dear life by chasing trends. And then everything kind of after that was like, you know, I just didn't resonate with it. I was like, yeah, this is really cheesy and I don't like it. I'm not really interested. And then her new one, which is, what is it called? Playtimes? Something times? I don't know. The new album, wasn't really a fan. The whole video with the meme people, yeah. How'd you let Orlando Bloom get away? So sad. Maybe, was he the one that got away that she based the song on? Who was the one that got away when she released that song? Who was it? But she's now with the French president, right? Canadian, sorry. Is he French too? With a surname like Trudeau, you definitely are French, right? Tuvilu! Tovlo. It's great that I think Katie had some pretty wild, weird attitudes, like making Albert Dr. Luke after all the Kesha stuff. Also, Kim Petras too, right? And then Kim Petras dropped it, and then apologized, and then Katy Perry didn't. Friday's movie is the Minions movie. Is it the new one that's coming out, or are you just rewatching like an older one? Might as well be French. I think he is. Maybe I don't know. I have not much researched him. Back then we didn't know, but nowadays it's like, I think they came out in 2024. Right. That one's recent. So it's kind of like you already have access to all of these things. How did she not know? Right. What was I about to look up? Oh, the one that got away. Katy Perry, Juan got away. Who was it? Who got away? I need to know. Who is she dating? I don't know. It doesn't say. Who is it? Oh, wait. About Josh, someone. Oh, god damn, I hate news reporters. Anyone who writes an article, I hope you stub your toes. You're the worst people on this planet. Get a job. Like a real one. Josh Groban, thank you. Jesus. The fact I had to click on that article and they made it so difficult for me to just see the name that I had to scroll past a million adverts, and then it popped up with the thing saying you have to sign up for this to read. And I'm like, just fucking show me, you know? Get a job, stay away from her. Right. Whoever Josh Groban was. Josh is like, me? No, not you. Katy Perry wrote the one that got away about someone called Josh Groban, or whatever his name is. I was curious to know who it was, so. But about feminism too, which makes her hypocritical and out of touch. Yes, which a lot of people criticized it for too, right? Love Will Let Me Go by Tove Lo goes hard. Tuvilu, a lot of her good songs. A lot of the songs are good, right? This one, I remember when I used to listen to it in the bathtub. I'd have my eyes closed. I'd put my phone in the sink. If you know, you know. Have the song playing while I'm in the tub. Doesn't matter. It was good for all of them to get away from her. Yeah, probably at this point, right? Yeah, Josh, I wasn't calling you specifically. I was trying to look up the name of the person. And you know when you click on an article, or you're just trying to read something, you Google something, and then it shows you a million articles. You're just trying to find one piece of information out, and then you open it up, and there's like advert, scroll, and there's like a line of text, right? And then you scroll, and there's like 3 more adverts, and then there's a video that's auto playing, you have to mute it, and then you scroll down, there's another line, and then advert, and I was like, really? Like, this could have been at the top of the page with the answer. I hate it, honestly. This is why I don't read anything anymore. She just went with the whole NFT things. Remember NFTs? Those were very interesting. I remember there's that whole lawsuit too. All of those celebrities like Justin Bieber and stuff that got like in that huge lawsuit for promoting NFTs. I love how that just disappeared, right? There are so many weird trend things that just showed up and just suddenly disappeared and no one talks about them. Isn't that so weird? Like that being one of them. And remember like on Reddit had them, and then Twitter had them, and then if you had your little NFT profile picture, they gave you a weird little banner to show it was an NFT or something. I never fell for the grift, neither. I mean, I knew it was a grift, and I was like, I don't care about paying money for a PNG. So many things I wish would just disappear. Power, are you subtweeting me? Do you want me to leave? Do you need me to leave? You can't wait for tomorrow? Josh, what happens tomorrow? Tell me right now. Is it because you get to see hangry or shaven? I wish the LLM Gen AI thing went down the same. An LLM. LLM. Is that a brand name? Mocha, thank you for the thought. I get what you're saying. LLM. Imagine, we're all imagining it, Hangry. You mentioned it. We're all just imagining you with your leg up on the sink with a little razor just shaving everywhere just because you can, right? I think that sounds like a lot of work. And I've said this before. I mean, like, I'm okay with like all natural. I wouldn't, you know, like shaming someone, but like, you need to fix that. No. Shaving your balls right now. Hangry, don't cut yourself. That'd be very uncomfortable, very painful. Get my laptop tomorrow and I wouldn't want to see Hangry shave. No, that's okay. I don't think most people would want to see that. But new laptop, that's exciting. Did you tell us which one you got? Love body hair, loves you pet it and lick it. Cat. Oh, wait. I just said cat. I was going to say, Ali, are you a cat? And I just said cat. I was like, just like pointing, like cat. Ali, are you a cat? You just like you just start licking, coughing up hairballs. Cat. Oh, I'm so dumb. Cat spotted. I've just turned you into a cat in my head. You're just out here just licking people. Oh, no, you didn't. Josh, which one did you get? And what will you be doing? Is this going to be for games or just being on the internet with no issues? To keep the chest hairy, you just trim the legs, butt, shed the arms and balls. Everyone happy now? No, Hangry, I'm not. In the slightest. Hangry, why are you shaving your butt? Who are you showing your butt to? I literally have no secrets here. No, tell us more. While we're here listening. Oh, bloody hell, yeah, we're here listening. Cows, you bitch. Wow. Okay, but you're not here, is what I'm saying, right? Wouldn't you just do that because you're doing it for someone when they're coming over, you know? Is this the hairy club? It should be. It should be, but Hangry keeps betraying us. Reminder, my middle name is Catherine, and I used to go by Alley Cat. Alley Cat is a cute name. Catherine. I had a friend called Catherine growing up, but with a K though. Catherine. You're getting a first. Am I saying that correct? Laptop that is 12 gigabytes and 1 terabyte SSD. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Will you be playing games on it? I assume. I don't know. Stop asking questions. Okay, fine. Hello, Mr. Sharky. Do you shave? They literally didn't knock. Imagine not knocking. The Pink Hairy Club, yes. Though Hangry would definitely not join that one because of who sings it. You know. Prosperity is knocking. Don't make it wait on the porch. Do not make it wait. It's very rude of you. Hello, Mr. Sharky. Hey, welcome in. How are you doing? Also, Power, success is a journey. But remember to pack some snacks. We like snacks. What kind of snacks? Okay, bye. Wow, Hangry. You can't just leave like that. We're nearly done, I promise. We'll finish grilling you. I'll be nice, I promise. Yes, I will. What games will you be playing? Do you know what you're getting? Also, Ali, a quiet evening will provide the answer to a loud problem. Is the loud problem Neth snoring? Does he snore? I'm just out here just asking everyone. I'm like, we didn't even play games. We haven't played games this week. We didn't look. My title literally said that we were going to be reviewing chat subreddits. You are the subreddits that I'm chatting about, I guess, at this point. And I'm just out here gathering your personal information. Like, tell me, come on. I'm just going to sit here and slouch in my chair and just tell me things. Just tell me your gossip. So I don't have to look it up. Speaking of pink hair, I was thinking, would you ever consider painting your head and facial hair? Painting my head, not dyeing my hair, but painting my head. There was a charity stream we did a while back that I was supposed to go lavender. No, like a purple-ish color. And I didn't because I went to dye my hair bleach blonde and it actually stopped in like this orange color. And then the majority of chat said, actually keep this. So I did. Mocha liked it because he thinks I looked like Archie from Riverdale. Wolfdead liked it too. But I don't know about dyeing my beard. I trim it a lot. And the problem is with dyeing is that you have to keep the maintenance up. I was hanging for a pic earlier. Remember, that's why he's shaving. Joke's on him. That's exactly why. Shaving just for you. Or even just bleaching it. Maybe I would just get a wig to see if I would look good blonde. Is hangry. His farts are too loud. I can hear him in Holland. That makes sense. And Ali, he's just shaved, so that fart loud is going to be even louder. There's going to be no carpet there to muffle the noise. What am I worth for some people? I actually find it weird when the head hair is bleached, but the beard isn't. No, I could see that, right? Because you would want it to almost look like it isn't dyed. It's natural, maybe. But I've never considered dyeing my beard too. But I could imagine having the matching set could also be an interesting look. They do say lavender is the gayest color. Maybe that's why everyone wanted me to go that color. But yeah, I just stopped at orange. And it was supposed to be blonde, but I didn't prep my hair. And I was like, I don't want to bleach it. because I am cautious when it comes to my hair. My hair and my teeth. Nothing I want in life than to keep my hair and my teeth for the rest of my life. Like, I don't want to be that person that has to like get all their teeth replaced because they will just fell out or something. Like, that's my biggest nightmare. And then same with my hair. I like my hair. So I don't want to like cause it undue damage just for the sake of it. So I don't know. I'm like really hesitant. I would love to try different colors as long as I'm not bleaching it, you know. Come visit you and farts together. You think Ali farts? I'm sure they do. Then someone actually dyed their body hair blue. Interesting. Is this clown stuff? Like the torso hair. Surprisingly cool despite what you might first think. Yeah, I'd be curious to see what it would look like, because in my head, I'm immediately thinking of like a really bright blue. But I would have to see it to know how that would look. Now I'm thinking of dyeing my hair and getting piercings. Guys, stop, because this is how I spiral and I get unhinged. We don't want to do this. We don't want to do that. I don't need any more. No. Tom, what would you like me to review? Your soup, your TikTok stream, your air conditioning unit. He's in his punk era. I don't think I ever left it. I just dressed boringly. Boringly? Is that right? Boringly? I don't know. When I was in high school, like I said, I would dye my hair black and I would get everything pierced because I could, right? As soon as I get a tattoo, I did because I wanted it. And then I just like, okay, well, I've done it now, so I just don't keep doing it. 7% chance you to regret it. But I too one day dye every hair on your body, head, facial hair, and body the same color. I think you should try it. What color would you go? Also, hello, Jelly. Hi, welcome in. How are you doing? Thank you for checking in. I appreciate you. Jelly, you have 101 silver rickles. If you'd like to do Command Golden, you should. He conformed to American beauty standards. I mean, I did that before I even moved here. I just didn't wear those clothes and dye my hair anymore. Review the Fantastic Four skins on Fortnite. No, Tom, because I don't play Fortnite. And I don't have the Fantastic Four skins on Fortnite. I know what you're trying to get me to say because it was like a really funny meme thing like a year ago. Baby Tom, wherever you get your source material from, you're going to have to get a new page, like maybe closer to current times, right? Hello, Jelly. How are you doing? I accept the possibility I'd not like it for one reason or the other, but I think it'd be a cool experience. What's Fortnite? Right, what is Fortnite? It's like a game people play, I think, allegedly. I find the idea of dyeing my hair, I'm like, I look at someone who does it, I'm like, that looks good on them. Would it look good on me? And then it would take me so long looking in the mirror for me to realize or to adjust to the new look that I'd hate it for so long that by the time I might get used to it, it's probably already grown out, right? You're generally interested. Well, I couldn't give you an answer for it because I've never seen it, you know? You are doing good. I'm glad to hear it. We're doing well, Jelly. We didn't do anything today. We just gossiped and chatted. And even though my title says I was reviewing chat subreddits, I've decided that I'm not wrong. You are just the subreddits. I'm just chatting about you. Maybe you could try and get a realistic wig. That's what I was thinking, Uncle. Like if I was just to find a nice wig that was styled nicely, right? Because, you know, you wanted to get one of those out of the bag Party City wigs that just look silly, but something that looks like a human styled haircut is what I'm going to call it. Something like that in a different color, then you could be like, okay, now I can just wear a current modern era hairstyle on a wig in a style that, or a color that I want to have a look, you know. I get a bob. I want to get a black bob, just like here, so I can do like the Edna Mode thing, but then I could also be like this, right? There was literally an emote of Reedy doing it, but I wouldn't mind. A Rickle Bob would eat. Could you imagine? Make it a redeem. Right, I just pull it out from under my desk and just pop it on. It's like me with a bob. I mean, you wouldn't. I would still have my normal headphones in, so I put, and it would be over my headphones too. Should I look into it? 500 bees for a Rickle Bob. I wonder if there'd be realistic beard wigs too. There were costumey beard wigs. They would be costumey for the most part because they would be like, they would probably have the over the ear like straps. if you were to get expensive ones, there would be kind of like lace front wigs where you'd put them on and you'd have to like kind of blend them in correctly because they would be glued to your face, right? You peeped in but didn't type. That's okay, Jilly. I appreciate being here. Ooh, Maroon 5. I might be... I feel like I like a lot of their stuff because I hear them like on the radio, they just play and then I listen to them and I vibe to them, but I don't think I've ever like searched Maroon 5 and put on their stuff. Lace face beards look pretty realistic. I've never looked into them, but I would assume it would be done the same way as like lace front wigs, right? Speaking of Reddit, I've seen posts on the Drank King that had some pretty cool costumes made of colorful moustaches. They actually looked cool. Were they costume ones or were they fancy ones? Pride ends and suddenly the music gets straight. It's like the subtlety of Spotify of just changing my playlist, knowing exactly what music I like Gaga, and then still putting this on, right? Also, we need to look at reading out soon, and I guess I'm gonna have to look into getting a Rickle Bob. It could be kind of weird. Just put a little bob on, a little black bob. Pretend it's not there, just like this is a normal day in Rick's life, right? Thank you for snoozing those, I appreciate you. They really change based on the price tag and lace and how they are made. Would they last long though? That's my other thing, because I would always assume if you're constantly like cutting it to get it to fit right, would it eventually get to a point where it just falls apart? Suggestion or nah? I'll take a suggestion. Custom, that's what you meant, not cost. Oh, custom made, sorry. Custom made would be fancy then, right? They would be made for you. A Kiss for Luck, that's a cute name. Who is that? Wait, were they the one that you wanted me to raid yesterday? Or the day before, Candy? Let me have a look. A Kiss for Luck. Let me have a look. The Last Gas Station. That sounds kind of scary. A Kiss for Luck. Let me give them a follow real quick before we raid over. There you go. I'll take your suggestion because I didn't have any and you know me, I'm really lazy. I don't want to scroll through the list right now because I have Chinese with me. It's a cute game. We like a cute game. That works for me. Plus, I guess we'll do game night, right? Because it's Wednesday. Game night, and then I can eat food. And then when Gandhi finally gets off the toilet, we can play games, right? When Hangary's finished shaving his bumhole, he can say hello to us too, though he won't play games with us because he hates us. Not scrolling through Reddit. Also not scrolling through Reddit. We didn't even get to Reddit. Just where you're from, what part of Britain? Oh, I'm gonna have to remember this when I raid in. Getty, remind me when we get there so I don't feel rude and feel like I'm ignoring them. Okay, let's get this raid ready. Let's do that now. Let's do raid things. I'm gonna end over on the red, so everybody say goodbye to the people on the red app. Goodbye, red people. We'll see you whenever we see you.